hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking.
Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, and all those listening in Radio Land. I am CJ, and this is Real FM 91.9 and 91.5. We are broadcasting from Main Street Sates in beautiful and historic St. Patrick. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sue.
Good morning,
Good
and how are
morning to the
you?
nation. I'm blessed.
Go ahead, please.
I'm blessed.
I know you are. Every living day.
You're blessed too.
I totally am.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bless the Lord. Okay. So begin. Praise ye the Lord. Praise, O ye servants of the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord. Blessed is the name. Blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. From the rising of the sun unto the setting of the same, the name of the Lord is worthy to be praised. The Lord is high above all nations, and his glory above the heaven. Who is like unto the Lord our God, who dwelleth on high? And truly, God, we can say today, this morning, there is none like you. There is none high, there is none lifted up, there is none above. You are sovereign. You're in the kingdom of men. You are worthy of all our praise. You are worthy of all our thanks this morning as we come. We want to come with a thankful and a grateful heart to you. Give thanks to the Holy One because you've given Jesus Christ his Son. Let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I'm rich because of what the Lord has done for us this morning. I just want to say thanks, Lord, for the many benefits, the many blessings you have poured upon us, you have showered upon us that we don't even deserve. But God, because your very nature is to love and to forgive and to have mercy and pardon this morning. We are all in need of your pardon and all in need of your forgiveness because so many times, Lord, we transgress against your law. And thank you, God, today that you have given us a beautiful day that we could rejoice and be glad. And God, I pray even as we awake this morning to a new day, God, we were able to see from the dry depths of our heart. Thank you, Lord, for another wonderful day. Thank you for life. Thank you for breath. Thank you because in you we live, we move, and have our being. Apart from you, Lord, we cannot do nothing this morning. But God, even as we come with our weaknesses and our failures, Lord, we can confess in our hearts, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Because, Lord, you're the one who gives us the strength and the power to do all things. And Lord, today, even as we go through this day, Lord, help us be mindful and be conscious of your goodness, your grace. Sometimes we take life for granted, Lord. And God, sometimes we take the many benefits, the blessings. We can awake this morning to a peaceful land. We can awake to this morning to a land with sunshine, with water, with fruits, with vegetables, with food. And we think of so many persons, so many other places that are displaced, that are islands and countries that are going through wars and famine and starvation, Lord. And God, sometimes we have so much we can waste. And Lord God, we're not thinking about maybe one day we might be faced with situation like these. And how would we be able to cope? And Lord, we just want to say thanks for the many blessings you have showered our land upon. Thank you for the peace of our land. We know sometimes the enemy try to raise its ugly head with crimes and violence and other things, Lord. But we thank you, God, because God, when we call on Jesus, all things are possible. When we call upon your name, you hear, you answered, and you intervene, Lord. We thank you, Lord, right now there seems to be a coolness in our country, Lord, after so much upheaval, and we want to give you thanks. God, we thank you because we see even in our judiciary system that things are moving on. There's so much of backlog in our courts, and Lord, we are thanking you because we are seeing a quick turnover now, Lord. And we give you thanks because we know all these are answers to pray. We thank you for those who are in leadership, Lord. We pray that you'll continue to lead them, you'll continue to direct them even as they go out and to different countries to visit, to maybe to ask of you for to seek aid and to, God, I pray that you would grant wisdom, you would grant knowledge, you would grant understanding, Lord, and you would grant favor to us as a small island people, Lord. God, I pray even as we stand in different positions in our country, Lord, we see it as a privilege and an honor because God, you're the one who put up and sit down. And Lord, we will not use our office to exploit people or for our own gain and for our own advantage. But God, you would teach us in whatever authority figure we are placed, with a principal, a pastor, a teacher, a leader, a judge, whatever, an officer of the law. Oh God, we see it as a prominent position. And God will give us a heart to serve our nation well with integrity and uprightness and holiness, God. We just continue to pray that you lift up their hands when they are weak and falling down, Lord. You would grant strength. We thank you, Lord, for we see some things coming in our religious circles this year, this week. But God, we thank you because there has been resolution and we continue to pray over these situations, Lord. Help us, God, even as leaders and authority, that we'll humble ourselves, we would respect each other's office, others' authority, Lord, and we work for the common good of our people to encourage our citizens, our people to be law abiding citizens, to show respect to authority, because our young people are watching, they are looking. And when there's qualms and quarrels among us, Lord, it's not a good picture. But I thank you, Lord, because I could have heard some good news that it has been resolved. I pray that God, you say, he that humbleth himself will be exalted. And those who try to exalt themselves and pray high and mighty God, you can bring them to nothing. And God, this morning, help us that our youth would have good examples, good authority figure to look up to and to, want to pattern their lives after such, Lord. So, God, today I pray for a youthful population. They're young, they're frivolous, and they're full of energy, Lord. And God, I pray for them that you will guide them along those parts of life, the folliness of the foolishness of youth. We do things and sometimes we don't think after when the consequence comes and we are made to pay for our wrongs, Lord. Sometimes our backs are against the wall. So I pray for our young people, as they have opportunity to go to school, to learn, to improve themselves, Lord. They will see it as an honor, and God, they will trust you because there is no knowledge without the knowledge of Holy. Grant them insight, grant them wisdom. Those who doing their CPA, their mock exams are coming up, and the exam next month, Lord, we continue to pray for them. Those who are doing their CXC, keep on other other exams, Lord. We pray for wisdom that they would study well, they prepare well, and God, they'll be able to execute well, Lord. So, Father God, we pray for your protection over us today as a nation as we go out and come in, Lord. May your presence go with us. Make it clear today in a special way as they continue to deliberate on their program, Lord. Continue to grant wisdom and help it to be a kind of beacon to encourage us to do what is right and to understand a lot of things about ourselves that sometimes we don't even understand. And Father God, we just pray whatever our hands find to do today, Lord, help us to do it with a willing heart and a good mind, not to please men, but to know, God, you are the greater judge and you watch and you see when we give a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. And Lord, I pray that you would just not cheat ourselves on doing what we are supposed to do, but you just give us the heart to do what is right. Have your divine way today in us, in our life today. In Jesus' name I pray with thanksgiving. Amen and amen.
Amen to you. So, what are you up to today besides coming down to the place so that I can see when I pass by? Are you planting anything? Or are you,
What?
are you reaping anything?
No, I,
Nothing.
I see a lot of plants outside, but I find it so dry outside still.
Yeah, it's dried, and
Uh,
it is hot, and I'm not
yes,
complaining about the heat at all. But let me tell you, these past few
yeah,
days it was like, whoo, heat in the place, as
yes,
they
very
say.
hot.
But
Even in
it's
midnight,
all.
it's
The
hot. Yeah.
funny thing is, when it starts to rain, it's going to rain, and then we complaining, oh my gosh, too much
Mm-hmm.
water. So I am balanced in that way. I know it's hot, and I'm embracing the heat. When the rain comes, I'm going to embrace the rain also because we do need both for balance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll be
So,
talking to you soon.
yeah.
Take care of yourself and
Well,
have a
I
great
have
day.
something coming up. Could I just get?
Again, what
Huh?
you have coming up now?
I have a cruise. I'm on a cruise on on May 28th, that is Corpus Christi Day.
So you
So we
wait. Hold on. You want me to do an ad for that, or what is it? Tell me. I ain't giving you a
I
free
just want
ad.
to announce to the public, we can continue to support our churches as we. I know people sometimes want to go to a cruise that is different from, the jam and wine one. So give you a nice, smooth day to
Okay.
interact with each other,
So in
gospel
that
and
case, do an ad.
fun.
I'm gonna come see you just now. After 10 o'clock, I'll come see you
Yeah.
because that short leave thing that you're trying to give me there, I ain't taking no shotgun
Once
this
you
morning.
pay for it.
Sorry. What?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking. What you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
It is 12 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. We should have Drumsticks calling in pretty soon so that we can get her reward this morning. And after that, we'll be going to the weather. And from then, we'll have Jester coming along with me around 7:30-ish if he makes it to come on that time. But let me say good morning to Errol Bonaparte, Claude Abraham, Alban Harris, Miriam, Jerome Lewis, Marlon Klein, Carol Belfon, Mary Olovacci Bongiorno, Jenny Mason, who else? Jenny is listening all the way from Toronto. Oh, that's my Jenny. Good morning to you. Marilyn Ferguson, good morning. Faithlyn Hallie Douglas, good morning to you also. Antonito, good morning. Who else do we have? Hilarion, I'm not sure if you're still here, but that's Doodle. Good morning to you. And if you're still here, welcome to The Spice. I think I have Drumsticks with me right now. So I'll take a break here and then we'll come back to saying good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, CJ.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You're breaking up. What's going on?
I don't know.
Are you on your cell phone or your home phone?
My home phone.
Maybe you need some water, but don't throw water in it right now. Go ahead.
I read from the word of God, Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all you lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that made us, and not ourselves. We are the people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. The Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting, and his truth endure to all generations. This is the end of the scripture reading.
Thank you so much. But it was kind of shaky all over the place. But I heard what you said, and I think people already heard what you said too. But maybe your phone wire is cracking up, so I don't know if it's the one that is attached. You couldn't get through yesterday morning, is it? Oh, so you may have to call Flo and let them come in and see what's going on.
Maybe.
Do you have internet at your home?
Yeah.
So maybe you should unplug unplug your modem right through and then recharge it again and see if that's going to make a difference. Because I had to do that on Saturday to get all my phones and so working.
Okay.
Try that.
Thank you.
You take care of yourself. Sorry? You too. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.
It's only vice and corruption that's going on. Staying alive, trying to survive. That is how it is today. So as you go along your way, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Where you go when you're walking. What you say when you're talking.
Let me say good morning to Lindonna George. Lindonna, I haven't heard from you for a while. I keep asking, and there you are. Hope all is well with you. Can you give us a call today and see how things are? Anastasia Peterson, good morning to you. And let me go to my notebook to say good morning to Kenro. Coffee in the morning, good morning to you. Miss Matheson, good morning. Lorna Bain, Teresa Joseph. Faithlyn Holly Douglas said good morning to you already. Nurse Francis, Brooklyn, good morning. Norma, good morning. Marilyn Franklin, lady that works at Nawasa there, good morning to you. Scott Booker, good morning. Yualma Emery, good morning to you. Keith Sylvan, good morning. The Date family out there in Tio, that's all my Tio passes checking in this morning. Mona, good morning. Let me say good morning to Bandy, Odinga, Ruth, and Simeon. I know I finally got your names. That's Bandy and his little brood. Good morning to Donna Sandy, Michelle Thomas, Junior out there in St. Andrew, Mary in Tio. I know you'll be checking in soon. Miss Brown, Michelle, Mr. Pascal, all of you at Classic Furniture. Good morning to the Cassia Tree University. Ian Millett, good morning, and also to your wife. Good morning to Esther. Trisha Gaines, good morning. Antonia Rogers, good morning. Michael Fraser. Susan, Paula, Mama B, good morning. Judy George, good morning to you. Pat Pear, how could I forget you? Good morning to you. And Pat Kip James, good morning to you also. Good morning to William Pear. I think that is your name. Good morning. Good morning to Fufu, his mother, his godmother, and his grandmother. We flew. Fufu have a lot of people in her life. Lynette John, good morning. Cynthia Bartholomew, good morning to you. And Cynthia Alexis, good morning to you also. Elsa Corian, good morning. I didn't forget to say good morning to you from the staff and everyone at Real FM. We know that you are not feeling very well, but we like to say good morning to lift your spirit. Good morning to Maureen. Hope all is well with you. I know that you're on the top of spirits the other day because you lost your daughter. I hope things are going a bit better for you today. Good morning to SBW. I know that you are still asleep. Nicholas Snag, good morning to you. Good morning to the Glenn family there from Marley. Good morning to the Hill Street crew. I'm saying good morning to you on behalf of Jester because you know when he walks in here, brain fried and all that, he forgets. And when I say, did you say good morning? Oh my gosh, I forget. So I'm saying it for myself and also for Jester. It is almost time for me to get to the Maurice Bishop International Airport to see what we have weather-wise this morning. So let me go right back here and I'll be back with you in a jiffy. Yep. So let's see this one here.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do.
And let me say good morning to Cassia Johnson from the Met Office. Good morning to you, Cassia, and how are you?
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Tuesday, 16th April 2024. Currently at the airport, conditions are partly cloudy. Winds are from the southeast at 14 miles per hour. Pressure 1012.6 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature 28.3 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 77%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.3 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature last night 27.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was 0.2 millimeters of rainfall at the airport, which brings the total for the month to 6.6 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be generally fair, windy, and slightly hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times during the afternoon with brief isolated showers. Today's maximum temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in northeast to easterly swells. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides are currently rising and will be high at 8 a.m., low at 4 p.m. Sunset today is 6:19, sunrise tomorrow 5:53. Again, the weather is expected to be generally fair, windy, and slightly hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times during the afternoon with brief isolated showers. A small craft advisory is in effect. From the Met Office, I am Cassia Johnson.
Thank you so much, Cassie, and have yourself a great day.
Thank you, same to you.
Yes, bye-bye.
Watch yourself when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you got to leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. to one and all.
Tourism connects us all. A message from the Ministry of Tourism
And the Grenada Tourism Authority.
I am back to the live saying good morning to Errol Bonaparte. Chance the Game, which is Mary in Toronto, good morning to you. Louisa Williams, good morning. Shirley Scarrett and Leo, I am so happy that you're having nice weather today, but tell me where you are and where you're having that nice weather. Wallen Aquat, good morning to you. Ann Andrews, good morning. Pearl Charles, Christine Otley, Natalia John, good morning to you. Good morning to each and every one of you. Thank you for always checking in with us and for being on flight 919 and 915, which is Real FM for all Real FMers. It is 7:27, and as usual, you all know who I find this morning again, right? But I ain't calling no name for nobody to take offense and tell me about a jealous and all this kind of thing. So I ain't calling no name, but he's late. Late as in L-A-T-E, late, as usual. But hey, if he doesn't value his time, then what can I say? But I'm waiting on him here when he pops in to say good morning to the people that he knows and the people that checks in with him. Let me say good morning to Susan Wildman. Haven't heard from you for a bit. Hope all is well. Good morning to Michelle Ganis. Hope all is well with you. I know that you are listening also. Oh, Ann Leo, you're checking in from Georgia. Is that right? Georgia, yes? GA? I think, yeah. If I know my little history or my little geography, as I say, GA means Georgia, somewhere, Atlanta, Georgia, or somewhere. So yes, thank you so much. But you all always have nice weather over there, better than they do in North America. So did you have bad weather for the past couple days, or is it just you have extra nice weather today? It is, let me see, we are in April, spring. So there should be a lot of rain in North America these days because it says April showers bring May flowers for us over there. So good morning. Lorna, where are you? Haven't seen you on as yet this morning. I know you're already at work because you're an early bird. Gets there really, really early morning, do her stuff and sit and at her desk and listen to us here at Real, and we really do appreciate that. I've got a call, and I think I know who it's from. Good morning.
Yes, you know who it's from. I'm waiting to hear my name.
Good morning, Miss Job. How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I am good. I did pass your message on to Ali this morning, so you will get a call.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
So take care and have a pleasant.
You too. Take care. Okay,
hello,
bye-bye.
all the stuff.
Will do.
Take care.
Okay, bye-bye. So Anne is saying that they have extra so is it extra heat, extra rain? What extra are you having, Anne? Anne Leo and I are having a conversation here this morning about the weather. That's the first time I've seen Anne on board. So I'd like to know, Anne, where are you? Grenadian? Where are you? No snow, but it is cold. That's different. Atlanta is not normally a cold place, but if you say you're having cold, then you should experience what it is like that. We people that live in the north sometimes, like North America, you should experience a little of the cold that we get over there when winter comes along. Although Lorna Bain wants to get me to come back to Toronto in winter, I'm having nightmares about that, because she wants me to embrace the winter. I'm not a winter kind of girl. I do not like the snow at all. But let me explain. The first snowfall of any season, it's beautiful to stay in your window, stay inside your door and look at. It is nice and white and just pure. After that, all snow could done for me. I don't mind it a bit cool, that you can put on a light jacket, or it's like we call it sweater weather, but the big parka and this big coat that is weighing down your little body, then No. Okay, it's not the first time you're on board, but that's the first time I'm seeing you on the mental health program, so welcome. and thank you for checking in. Today we are having a very interesting topic. I think each and every one of us talks about it. We get angry when people don't give it to us and all stuff. But today we're going to shed a little light on it. I'm waiting for my co-host, my partner in crime, before we start. Ivor Hollis, good morning to you. Good morning to everyone. Even though you're not checking in on the live and you're listening on terrestrial radio, you're listening online, good morning and thank you. We really truly appreciate you checking in with us every day. We know that we have the best of the best in the programming here at Real FM. We have something for each and every one of our listeners. Some like politics, some like the mental health program, some like the music that Dugo plays at one, which is called Maximum Drive. We have all kinds of program here. We have Nubian on Saturday giving us System Smashers. We got my co-host here, my partner in crime on Saturday morning giving us back in the day Calypso. So we have it all. So we have listeners for each and every one of our programs here. And I just hear the door slam, and then hear another one slam, and he comes in and he's pouting because he is LATE. Honestly, this morning you're fired. Fired for you, Jester. I didn't even want to hear a thing from you. You are fired. Put on your mic and let me deal with you. Gemma Warwood, good morning to you. Jester, good morning. How are you?
No, it must give me a chance to say
Chance gone. You're supposed to be here at 7:15, so we can start at 7:30. Now it is 7:33. You 15, 16, 17, 18 minutes late this morning. 18. What do you have to?
18 minutes late.
Yes. 18. You're supposed to be here at 7:59.
You that convinced something wrong with you.
You say that but you still call me if something is wrong with me. Then you wouldn't be around me and nothing is wrong with me. Just that you have a problem with time. And I'm trying to get you to appreciate time. Because time is really important in our lives. Because when we take time for granted, things passes us like, we go about our business and we don't even think about what we're doing, and time passes us just like that. And it says once it's gone, you don't get it back. So what do you have to say for yourself?
Will you allow me, please?
What do you have to say for yourself? When you're late, you're late.
Claire, let me take the opportunity to say a very special good morning to the listeners and viewers of 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. It's a pleasure to be here once again for yet another Tuesday for the Mental Health Show. Unique in its kind. Yeah. So, Claire.
You ain't say nothing why you're late yet, Why you're late?
Well, you just behave yourself again.
That's why you're late. We have conversation about this late time with you already.
What's wrong with you?
I want to know why you're late.
Yeah. What's happening on the weekend, man?
What's happening on the weekend?
Oh no, Father Paul has been reinstated. I think that's important to what disturbance you creating me this morning?
Just because you're late, you're trying to shoot.
No, because you're late. What's wrong with you?
I'm fixing something, okay?
Yeah. So, it's good though that they tend to resolve this matter rather quickly, rather it would have created a set of division within the Catholic fraternity. I'm really grateful that matter has been dealt with sort of fast,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say. You say good morning to, you have to say good morning already because who did you say good morning to?
I didn't say I said good morning in general. I didn't say anything specific.
That you normally say good morning to, because I didn't want no confusion this morning.
What's confusion?
You don't call in Celia and tell her good morning?
This one a special kiss. This is a special kiss.
Call Celia and tell her good morning. Celia, here you are special kiss, so that means you know what he's saying, right?
And then let me take the opportunity to say congratulations to the Grenada National Under 19 cricket team for capturing the Super 50 tournament. They played well, unbeaten.
Yeah. You know what? If we just harness what we have, we can be a force to reckon with, you know. But you see, when you have to go to work, like you were an athlete or kind of, were you an athlete at all? Explain, please.
I think it was more in football.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
I did a little running, but
were you good at football? Just asking.
I think I was good enough.
You were good enough. Did you make today?
For me to make Grenada team.
Oh, you did? Well, look at you.
So.
You're just sitting on there as though you didn't have no sense, but you did something.
I don't think that was by chance.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Be a national, ex-national player. So.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that most of the people that take part in sports here, athletes and so, you know, they go to work and they have to come back and go to practice and all this kind of thing. In countries like the US especially, not Canada so much, they need to work on that. The US, China, and all these countries that have really, really good athletes, the athletes' life belong to that country. They look after them. They eat, sleep, breathe sports. So when they get on the world stage, you know, bar none, they're gone. But when you have to struggle to buy your own uniform, buy your own spikes, buy this, buy that, and you don't have, and I'm not saying that we have the resources here, but it could be better, because when you look at the little children that are taking part in sports and they're running their life away and they can run Jester, you see that. And this is not being harnessed early enough in their life. They lose opportunities because sometimes scouts come here and chances are they may get picked. But if they do not have the equipment, the apparel and everything to work with, it could be a losing battle. But you know.
But the point you're making is a very important one when it's.
I know I don't make a point that is not important. What's wrong with you?
Oh,
go speak. See?
Why she's like that?
I am like that. Speak.
Yeah, the point, because only earlier on in last week I heard the current president of the Grenada Football Association was making mention of that, and in fact I think they're trying to work something out, just as how you have the Manis. So you could have that crop of footballers, you know, and they just deal with football, right? And they've been used for the purpose of football. Yeah. So after they do the training, right, they could get back into, let's say, go and coaching in the different schools. But that thing is just football, so they've been paid for just dealing with football, you know. But it's a problem when you have to come out and do this laborious work, you come out and do missing work, and then you have to run to try to, you know, get to national training, and that poses a challenge quite a number of times, you know. Yeah, so I really wish this whole thing could be resolved.
Well, it has to start somewhere. You have to start speaking to the correct people. You're in sports. I'm not. I could just run my mouth. I just run my mouth because I see things and I said, you know, things could be better, because I know for a fact that when people are involved in sports, they have, you know, you see them on the cereal boxes, and so they get sponsors, they get all kinds of things to make them better. How you call that? Something is coming up. The invitationals are coming up.
Yeah.
And we'll see some of the top world athletes in Grenada come June 6th. And that should indicate to us here in Grenada what it's like to see those athletes that are well trained, that are well prepared to run, how they perform compared to what we do here, and take a page from their book and start building on what we have. Because we have good athletes here. We do have, but they have to go abroad to showcase their talent, because we don't have the building blocks of them here.
Yes, so we need to start doing things a bit different, Claire. Because, I mean, who ever thought for the life of me, look at athletes from different parts of the world are going to Jamaica. I mean, this is amazing.
Yes,
you know?
Because you see, everybody has this question mark behind them. What is it that the Jamaicans do and what they eat to give them that bolt of speed? No pun intended for a bolt, but yeah, to give them that bolt of speed to become one. Yes, we do. We come in. I know we're calling already. To give them that bolt of speed so that they can be on the world stage and perform really, really well. So they go into Jamaica. They are coming to Grenada too. I mean, what can we say more than boast our people up and help and hope that they'll get
But
help
I
that they
certainly
need.
believe that athletics is on the rise in Grenada.
It
That's
is,
for sure.
and that's why we need to push to get help. Let me
Yeah.
take the call. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, CJ.
Good morning.
Jester, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
And by the way, this is not our topic, so we're not running with it this morning. So tell me.
I don't really, but I didn't want to. I was speaking with the Jester. I could testify what Jester said about a good footballer. The guy everyone just said to play for North Stars.
No, I never played for North
Eagles.
Stars.
Easy now, easy.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Don't come and let us get ethnic on you now.
Sorry, slip of the tongue. Yeah, I from up there. I remember Eagles. Eagles are trying to be a lot of men from Simon Craven to play, so they play for Eagles. And I think Jester was together from his uncle, Utan.
Well, not really my uncle, but I grew up with him. I was a little boy.
I know.
He used to play for North Stars.
Yeah. What a footballer, man. CJ, what's the topic this morning?
We're talking about, listen and we'll tell you.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to the kitchen.
Go in the kitchen, keep your radio on, you'll hear.
All right,
you take care now. All right.
Yeah, bye.
CJ, you're not easy, girlfriend.
Well, what did I listen? I can't tell. Listen.
Oh, my goodness gracious me. On this good-looking Tuesday morning.
It is a good-looking Tuesday morning, and we are on board flight 919 and 915 this morning. We're flying. We have another call. Good morning.
Good morning, Claire.
Good morning, Mona. How are you?
One day at a time.
That's it. Yes.
The Carib Stone lady.
Jester, good morning.
Good morning to you, my dear lady.
I heard you was fired.
Again.
But they take you back so quick, just as Father Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was planning, when they fire you, I would have bring you down to Petians and have lunch. Don't worry.
Jester, you're fired. You're fired. He fired again. Take him to Petians and have lunch.
What?
Bring him in Petians. He fired again.
No, you take him back already, or you go fire him again?
I don't take him back. He on a banana peel on the grave. He's sliding fast. Believe me.
One thing I know, he is above. He is not below.
Okay, well that's fine. You see the thing about it, I give him a hard time because I like him. I don't talk to people that I don't like.
I find you those rough him up.
No man, nah, he good. We good like that.
Jester.
Miss Mona, you know I listen to you.
What? Don't take that kind of
abuse.
Roughneck.
Abuse. Say abuse.
Okay.
What you is?
You know I'll take your advice. You know that.
Don't take that roughneck on them. You late.
That is the kind of respect I have for you, and we're dealing with respect this morning.
You late. If you come, you late already, and you running to come, and you meet with an accident, why didn't take it time?
You understand?
You see, Mona.
Now I know you're a very smart lady.
Let me explain to you, Mona. If you know you have to get to where you're going at 7:30, you're supposed to give yourself about 20 minutes for you to get there at 7:30 without racing, so you don't have to have an accident and say, why didn't take his time? I get here at 6:30 on Tuesday morning to start a program. At 7, I'm half an hour here. I am just trying to get him into the...
You got nothing to do.
I'm glad you're perfect.
I am not perfect. I am efficient.
Well, who?
I said I am not perfect. I am efficient. And I take my time seriously.
She got nothing to do. She has more than doing everything for her.
Understand? You don't have nobody on this face of the earth what never make a mistake. I have to go to work for 7:30. You turn in. Sometimes 7:30 take you in the house.
That's because you're not disciplined.
Not disciplined.
That's because you're not disciplined.
Discipline and not things that
I think you're getting me wrong, Mona. I am not saying that things don't happen. Things happen, and I leave room for things to happen.
But
Gam what?
Man a chance.
Every week I'm giving him chances, Mona.
Give the man a chance.
You beg for him, poor thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Give the man a chance.
Well, he has a chance. He's sitting right in front of me here. Look at him. He's sitting there. But I just have to tell him to try to be early. take time.
Yes, my Carib student lady.
I don't want her to rough you up again. Try your best.
Oh my God, I
Try
tell
your
you.
best. If you have to reach for 7:30, leave home 5 o'clock.
Thank you. Now we're talking. Now we're talking more. You see, I know you're going to get it finally.
Slow and sure.
Yes.
So to do well.
Exactly. And
So
you're rushing.
if you leave 5 o'clock, you take your time. Nothing will handbook.
Exactly. Thank you, Mona.
But things does happen.
Yes. I
You
leave
know
room for
things
that.
does
You
happen.
see, he put it that I have nothing to do. And he know he lying. Yes.
Well, you don't have nothing to do. You don't have nothing to
But
do.
I have to bathe. I have to prepare my lunch and my breakfast, everything when I wake up. I wake up at we. Who he what? What? Mona? Okay. I don't know about that. I don't know. He has to tell me what he does. No, he has to tell me if he bathes. I don't know if he bathes.
You want when he come near for you to haul up, you know?
Yeah. Now what you want?
Mona, goodbye.
This will have a lovely morning.
Yes, take good care of
Only Mona that
Yes.
taking your side with your lateness. Goodbye, Moans.
No, not only Mona. You have to leave room for things to...
Every week?
Right, every week.
Every week you late, Mona.
Every week is a different week.
Okay. You're biased and I find that biased by Moans. When Shoma coming today, you're not going to deal. I ain't taking no fight with from you today. Deal with Shoma later at 3.
You could handle Shoma, man. Yeah.
What? Shoma have a real crew of them, you know. Let me tell you, all of them starting name and all of them bad. You have one they call Margaret.
Mommy dear.
We bungy Margaret is the trip. But Mona ain't afraid Margaret.
Not afraid. What do you?
I know. But
Yes,
I'm waiting for 3 o'clock to
Yes,
hear all
ma'am.
of you.
Tell her in Montreal to come out.
Yeah,
You understand?
This go on them up there. This Bajan. Bye.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you come out. You could live nice. What? You could live nice in Montreal. You drinking water, you eating food. But don't you come out.
Okay.
And we go stand up one for another.
All for one for like Robin Hood
That's
and them.
right.
I gotcha.
We could
I'll
live
stay
in love,
away from.
unity and peace. Montreal people is nice people.
I know, very nice.
Don't watch us. Friend.
I know, I'm not watching at all.
We could look as Google, we could look as all, but we are nice people,
Yes.
loving people.
That's why Jester bad for you and you bad for Jester. You come out in
And
Montreal too.
Yes, I don't come out in
Oh,
Montreal.
you ain't come out there, sorry. I thought
No,
so.
Shanty Mail.
Oh, the next Boo place. Yes, let's go. Bye. Bye, Mona. We
Have a
gotta go.
nice day.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye. You see, Faithlyn Harley Douglas says to be nice to me this morning, Jester. So let me continue to say good morning to Gemma Warwood, Lorna Bain, Dolores Redhead, Anne-Marie Celestine Grant, Jill Williams, Donna Stanford, dear love. Wow. She says, good morning, everyone. Most Jamaicans are descendants of the Maroons who were exceptional. I guess that's why they go with their thing. I think I have a call. Let me see. Good morning.
Morning, Claire.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm not too good, not too bad.
Okay, so you 50-50?
Yeah, but I don't want Mona be my coach, you know.
Okay, that's Margaret?
No, not Margaret, but I don't want Mona be my coach.
Well,
because time is time.
Who are you?
I side with you this morning for time.
Thank you so much. There is someone that is looking out for more.
No, but ain't you just say you Fred Margaret?
No, I don't Fred Margaret.
Oh, I thought you the Fred Margaret.
No, man. No, I said Margaret is a trip.
Yeah, Margaret is a trickster.
Okay. Yeah, but you stand with me on
I
time.
don't want Mona be my coach.
Okay.
Because she don't deal with time, but I deal with time. And just stay there, let Mona don't make you deal with time.
Yeah, Jester, stay there. Thank you so very much for backing me up there.
Yes, I'm backing you up. I'm backing up Mona and Jester this morning. I'm backing you up. Because
Time is
I
time.
like time. And I
Yes.
like when I go in out, I go out with time.
Yes.
So have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Woohoo! Look at 1 for Claire, 0 for Jester. So let's start our program this morning. Jester, do you feel respected?
If I do feel respected,
Or do you feel that people has respect for you?
I do think so. Because why? First of all, I do respect myself. Because to get the respect, you must be portraying a certain level of respect as well. That's the first thing to note.
You go there?
Yes, of
So
course.
how come you don't have respect for time?
I mean, not respect for time.
You don't have respect for time because you have to get here at 7 by 7:30. No, I'm speaking. Hush.
Okay, I'll talk after.
You got to get here by 7:15, 7:20 so that we can start our program at 7:30. You walk in at 7:30, 7:31, 7:33 this morning. So that cannot be respect for time. You lack that. So speak, I'm listening.
Do you always respect the time?
Yes.
No, that is not true.
Hold on, let me put it that way for you. In my working years, I've always respected time. In my working years. Maybe when I was growing up and younger and didn't know, because everybody has this thing about Grenada time and Caribbean time, and so I was in that plot and in that pot of people that don't care about time. They just go everywhere willy-nilly. You late, and you're late already, but you're late. But you cannot late twice. But in my working years, once I started working and I know that I had to get somewhere on time, I'll give my 99.9% to get there on time. And hold on. And as Mona says, and we know things happen, and not every time you could get somewhere on the time that you want to. But here is something they call sending a message saying, I am running late. That is respect. So but when you don't, you're late, and you don't call to say you're late, or you don't send a message in, and you're going to tell me there was no cell phones and so on, I get that. But when you're coming late, and you don't apologize for it, you're just walking as though, well, your time is my time, which is not, and nobody should take that for granted, that my time is their time, and I wouldn't take your time for granted, then this is when you lose respect. Because you're not respecting my time to say, okay, I am going to get there at 5:30, Claire. I'll come pick you up at 5:15. And I'm waiting 5:15, 5:20, 5:30 is here, 5:45 is here. You come and pick me up at 6 o'clock. How is that respect for my time? You can speak anytime you feel like now.
So what are you saying?
You don't have respect for time.
Am I to take it that you have never been late?
I never said that. You weren't listening. You weren't listening. You must be hearing me, but you're not listening. You got to listen. Sometimes we hear and we don't listen. Listen what I said. Things happen. And not every time you're going to get where you're going on time because of stuff that happens along the way. But that doesn't mean that I did not leave home early to get there. Things happen. We are not perfect and things happen. But when it becomes a habit, as you say, you take out the H, you have a bit, you take out the B, you still have it. When it becomes a habit that you show up somewhere late every time, it is this total disrespect.
Every time. You're right. You're sure right. Every time.
Every
you
time.
show up every time.
When you show up, well, yeah, you show up every time late. Every time late.
Well, let's stop it and let's move on with the topic.
Oh, really? Well, we're talking about respect, and that I'm talking about time. That comes under it, respect for time and people's time. Okay, let's go. So have you ever wondered whether people around you genuinely respect you? Unfortunately, we are all quite familiar with signs of disrespect. But what about the other side of the coin? If you want to know the signs that you're respected by people around you, let's listen up and delve into it. 1, when you're respected, people seek out your advice. And that is true. When people respect you, they respect your opinion. They know that whatever advice you give them will be good advice. They trust your judgment, and they want to know what you would do if you were in their situation. But it's more than that. Sometimes you may come to me, I come to you and say, Jester, what do you think about that? You will give me your opinion as to what you think that I should do based on the question that I ask you. But it doesn't have to be that I will do exactly what you say. Because I too will have to put my 2 cents in there and say, okay, let me take what Jester says, put it to what I think I should do, and then come up with it. But at the same time, though, I came to you for an advice as to what it is that I'm planning to do. So that shows that I do have a bit of respect for you. It says, but it's more than that. When people respect you, they don't try to dominate the relationship, whether it's your colleague, partner, or friend. They want you to weigh in on your opinion because they see you as an equal. So if someone comes to you and asks you something, you don't dominate what the person said to you to make it your own. you show some sort of respect to that person. You let it weigh in on the opinion that you gave to them. It says, granted, you might feel like an agony aunt or uncle from time to time with people coming to you for wise words of wisdom, but it's a sure sign that you are respected highly by them. And in general, you might find people who look up to you because you live your life in a way that warrants respect. You make good choices. You're probably a person with integrity. And who doesn't want to be like that? All of these reasons contribute to why people respect you, but also why they respect your advice and opinion. With all that I've said, what do you have to say about that?
Well,
It's a deep hole with water in it. Let's go.
I mean, what's been spoken there? Well, you talk about the opinion, and not in all cases, as Winston would have put the twist on it. Sometimes I respect the right to the opinion, not necessarily the opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a matter of how you do relate in situations. Some people would like to, some people don't know how to channel information and reason on issues. They're really, really blunt and really, the
no
way
tact.
it come across, you know. Sometimes they might mean well, but they don't have that way of making you digest something.
The word is
in a real,
decorum. They have no decorum.
well, you could use that too.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, you know, and I think that is a problem with a lot of people, and that may tend to develop some disrespect that might be dished out on the other end, you know, because the approach in the first place was wrong.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah, but when people do respect you, they do seek out your advice and your opinion for real, because if they didn't, not everybody, and I don't think every normal person will walk up to you and say, sir, let me ask you a question. You know, they have to know you and they have to know what you stand for before they come to you and ask your opinion or ask something of you in reference to making a choice in what it is that they are looking for. So, although sometimes on the street, as I say, you might find somebody on the street and you have an argument with something and you want somebody else's opinion on it, and you say, can I ask you a question? And you ask the question, but it's nothing to say that is going to put you in jeopardy if you ask them a question in relation to respect.
Yeah, because respect is a big thing. In fact,
it has to be earned.
Yeah, and people
earned.
get in conflicts already because they feel they have been disrespected. You understand? And I think that's one of the worst things. People do not like to feel disrespected.
But you see the thing about it, Jester, and I understand exactly what you're saying. But it's a two-way thing, you know. You cannot expect respect from me and disrespect me at the same time.
Of course. I think that's fundamental.
It has to be earned. So point 2 says, they actually listen when you speak. Do you often have to ask people to put their phones away when you're trying to have a conversation with them? Well, if you're respected, you probably don't come across this infuriating situation very often. That's because another key sign of respect is having people's full attention. You don't need to raise your voice, say outrageous things, or be the funniest person in the room for everyone to listen. In fact, people who are truly respected could be withering on about the weather, and everyone else will hang off their every word. And even better, you can see it is in the body language. When you speak, people make eye contact. They sit up a little straighter to show they are listening. They let you finish your sentence. Again, this is because they value your opinion, but it's also because they don't want to disrespect you by cutting you off or looking uninterested, even if you're only talking about the weather. So, go ahead.
That is very important because they use, for example, being on the phone. And depending on the kind of form you're in at the time, I believe you need undivided attention at times when you're dealing with certain issues. You make no bones about that.
Not only with certain issues, when you have someone in your presence and you're having a conversation with them, and they're on their phone while you're having a conversation.
Yeah, I think it's
totally
highly
disrespectful.
disrespectful, especially if it's like a one-on-one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you always hear me say, Jester, when you're speaking to people, where do you look?
In the eye.
In your eye.
Eye contact says a lot, man.
I always say your eye is the window to your soul. You could tell when somebody is lying, whether they're BSing you or they're just trying to say something to make you feel good about yourself. Your eye. I've learned that a long, long time ago when I started to work at trade shows. The VP that we had, he had a meeting one day, and he says, when you're talking to people, always look them in the eye. You have to be believable when you're speaking to someone. Because sometimes you're having conversation with someone and they're lying and the eye is everywhere else but.
Her facial expression, so from the eye, the entire face,
yes.
facial expression, it says, man, a million words can come out from facial expression.
Yes, you can see when I'm angry, when I'm happy, when I'm smiling from it. And if you see something that I don't like it, you will see it on my facial expression. But your eye, make eye contact, because when you do, people will believe you and know. Because watch, there are people that could be lying like crazy, and they're watching you straight in your eye, dead on, and lie to make you believe that they're telling the truth. So your eyes, it says, look straight in your eye. That way people gain respect for you. Because if I'm talking to you, Jester, and you're all over the place watching people that pass and I could tell you, your car is on fire outside, and you tell me, and you don't even hear what I said.
Yeah.
Because you're not listening to me. And you're not paying attention.
You're
not giving me your full attention.
Yeah.
Yes. It says,
But I think that's a sort of really disrespecting treatment.
It is total disrespect.
You're somewhat ignoring the person, and that's one of the worst things to her. It's like you really talk. You can talk.
I don't really care what you say. You can say whatever you want. It doesn't bother me. But you see, it's okay for you to do that to me. But how do you feel if I do it to you?
Yeah.
We always have to put ourselves in the position of someone else,
because it is a form of insult.
It is
a form of insult, really.
And sometimes you may walk away from something that someone is saying, and you do not walk away because you disrespect that person. You walk away so that you wouldn't say anything that will cause more conflict in whatever you're going through. So it's not a disrespectful walk away. It's a walk away to say, okay, let me get my thoughts together, that I don't say anything that I will regret later on. But total disrespect is when you're sitting there and you're talking like I'm talking to you now, and you're not paying attention to me. I'm not saying that you're doing that, right?
No.
You're not paying attention to me. You're on your phone, and you think, and you have that smile on your face, because what the person is saying to you on the phone is more interested in what I am saying to you. That is total disrespect.
But I believe, because these things go at different levels, so you can't tell me you have you may be let's say you're a manager here and you have to deal with an issue with one of the workers. That worker cannot go, you're taking up an issue with them and they're on the phone and you're talking. I mean, come on, just think about something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think we have a call,
yes, we do. Good morning.
Yes, Claire, good morning.
Is that morning?
Am I?
Okay, let's go.
Respect is something that you own.
Mm-hmm.
Respect is not something that you take.
True.
And if you don't have respect for yourself, people go watch at you as nothing at all. They won't respect you.
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
I know. Yes, I do.
And once you have respect for people, you're going a long way.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
You're going a long, long way. But if you don't have respect, hey, watch her. She thinks she nice. I don't like her.
Okay, thank you, Mons.
And when you in a house, or you have a conversation with somebody who had visit you, and you have children stepping in, just give them the eye.
The look. Mm-hmm.
They know what you mean. One eye.
Mm-hmm.
And they're supposed to move. Teach them. Train them. But today, clear children don't have respect for God.
I know.
Much less for me and you.
Mm-hmm.
But respect is a thing that we own,
Mm-hmm.
not something that we take. And if you have respect for people, you go a long way. Have a blessed day.
Thanks, Mons.
Thanks, Mons, for your contribution. Yeah.
Let me say good morning to Veronica Edwards, Ingrid Bourne, and Juan Anacott says, if you have cock eye or twisted eye, then you can want somebody shooting eye. I understand that. Totally, but at one when they see, they know what you're talking about. They try. If your eye like loose, so you have something. But the thing is that when you look at people's eye, a lot of people
You get answers, eh?
Yes, and a lot of
Yeah,
people
get
are
answers.
very, very uncomfortable when you look in their eye when you're talking to them. They're very, because it's not. I don't know how to explain it, but I am not afraid for people to look at me in my eye when they're speaking. I'm not afraid to look at people in the eye when I'm speaking because I have nothing to hide. You understand? And when I open my mouth, I'm going to tell the truth. It may not be what you want to hear, but this is the truth because I wouldn't have to worry about later on to remember what I said to you, the lie that I told you. And that's where respect comes in. Respect comes in when somebody asks you something, you tell the truth, they respect that person. But if you don't have respect for that person, you'll always lie and make lie upon lie to shade yourself when it's being disrespectful to the other person. So it says, point 3, all your boundaries are respected. Putting boundaries in place and actually getting people to respect them is not easy. It is something most of us have to persevere through. But if you have full respect of those around you, there's a good chance that your boundaries are respected too. When you say no to something, people accept it. They won't try to convince you, manipulate you into changing your response. We got a call. Good morning.
Good morning, Josie.
Good morning.
I'm telling you, if you don't have respect for elder you teacher or whatever.
Jumpstick
Jumpstick, your phone. You have a cell phone? Jumpstick?
Yes.
You have a cell phone?
Yeah, but I'm doing that.
We're not hearing you. You're cracking
you
up.
at all at all.
Yeah, we're not hearing you. You're cracking up.
Yes, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a call here. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jester.
So you hear his respect we are speaking about this morning.
Yeah.
All right.
That wonderful topic. And that's something I've been stuck about. Sister Killer, sometimes in life, okay, like you have a meeting. You have a meeting with other persons. And the activity were to send the information to the other person that have to attend the meeting. And then you reject, waiting on people to come to the meeting. And nobody show. They will never call to say, well, I wasn't able to make it. Right? So let you know what to do. They just sure enough, they will not call. Like sometimes I always say to people, life is a two-way street. If I call you and I told you about a meeting, have a meeting. If you cannot come, call back the person and say, sorry, I'm not able to make it. If the person call you, I know that you will not able to, let's say I have 12 persons there to attend the meeting, and 10 persons say they weren't able. So let us know that meeting, let us say, because the majority of people will not able to meet in meeting, so we know what to do, put out the meeting. They give him the assurance that they come in. But they just not, and they do come to the meeting. They won't come and say, well, something come up that I won't able to come.
Total
Just I'm
disrespect.
waiting. That's disrespect.
Yes, it is.
That disrespect. You call back and tell people, sorry, something come, I won't able. So the person know. And people have to value people's time. You are big people. You have to have respect. That people leave home to come to a meeting and they be waiting there for you to come to a meeting, and you all know you're going to call back the person and say to the person, sorry, we're not able to make it. So the person going to what to do, put up the meeting. And that was and I think again, I always say lateness, I don't like late. I like to be late. I don't like to be late in nothing. Since going to school, I always want to be early. And one of the things again, Sister Kelly and Jester, as the young people go to school, we the home, we had it which is to school late. And when we reach the school late, even big people today when I meet him, they later, but you have space in the back. They go right up in front. For everybody to see that they late. Like there are some people they glorify being late.
Yeah, they take it as a profession.
Yeah, they glorify being late. They be happy when they be late.
I'll tell you why when you hang up.
What example you set for children? Like they would just say, some people say, parents say, don't do as I do, but do as I say. This is totally wrong.
Yeah.
We as parents, children look it upon us and elders to lead them and show them the right example. And I always say, once you be a respectful person, respect will be discipline. And once you respect and discipline, you will achieve and reach high. The sky will be your
limit. Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.
But clearly, you have some, to me, as the guy said, or the gentleman, I should say, not the guy, people take a pleasure in.
You know why they do that, though?
In parodiing. I think it's attention.
It is like if they buy a new outfit
attention,
and they want people to see the outfit that they buy. I call it the walk of shame because you cannot be walking up. And let me tell you, when they do this, and they have to go right up to the front.
And the heels knock into us, and it happening in church.
Yes, coming up the road like, look who I am coming and watch me. It's attention. And this is wrong because who cares how much you pay for your dress, how much you pay for your skirt? Nobody cares. If you're going to go somewhere, go on time. I said to you all the time, if I invite you to my house for dinner and I said, Jester, be there at 5:30 because at 7:30, you go, everybody, that's when it's done. And you come at 7:15, you leave in 7:30. That's my time. I allot 7:30. You spend your 15 minutes, you got to hold your food in your hand and walk out. That is your business.
You hold them and push them out the house?
No, I'm asking them leave. This is the time. Listen, you don't understand how me and time is like, you don't understand. I do not like to be late. And I've tried to instill that in my children and anybody around me. When you go in place, go early. Like when you're going for an interview for a job, and they say to you, come 8 o'clock, you're going to just walk in the people place 8 o'clock?
Oh, no, I mean...
Oh, really? Why not?
Oh, no.
They said come 8 o'clock.
No.
So you go at 8.
Anybody in the right thinking
Oh, so
man.
You're not in your right thinking man when you walk in place late and you... So it's selective. It is selective. Lateness is selective based on what you're saying. Because if you are a disciplined person with your time, whether you're going for an interview or you're going to sports or you're just coming to see me because you said you're coming at 5:30, make it work for you and make it work for me. Time is time.
And I agree with you. I don't think nobody disputing that. No. Please, I don't think nobody disputing that.
But so then why is it if they're not disputing it? I'm not saying that you are disputing, people are disputing. Why is it that, is it a habit? Or is it like you don't really care about how people feel about their time, that you can walk in any old time, but because it's clear or because it's Jester. But if you're going for a job somewhere, then you will go half an hour before your scheduled time. Because guess what? When you go at 8, they pay attention to that. Because if you could come to an interview at 8 o'clock because I said come 8 o'clock, that means you're coming at my job when I hire you that time too, and later.
Yeah,
this is what a
lot
of
first
people...
impression is
the lasting one.
Impression.
This is what a lot of people don't get, that when somebody says to you, come somewhere on time, they pay attention to the time you show up for when they tell you to come. They said if you come 8 o'clock, you're late. If 15 minutes before, you think, but if you come half an hour, you're on time. Because time means the world to the world. And that's why they have clocks. And that's why they make... Because a lot of people has been late showing up for their jobs, they put punch clocks. You don't want to be punching in, because if you punch in late, you lose money, you lose part of your salary.
Yeah.
They take it off. So that way, it's like they're beating you with a mental stick to tell you that if you show up late and you have to punch in 15 minutes, if you're 5 minutes later, they can have 15 minutes of your pay. By the time, if you're a person that goes to work later, you end up with no pay at all at the end of the month or at the end of 2 weeks, because you're always late. And that's showing disrespect for your job, disrespect for the the person that you work with, your employer, and your co-workers. Because if I were to come in here late just every day as the manager, as you say, and the workers or they see me coming in late every day, what example am I showing?
No example. No good example in
fast
that regard. No example. But I know of people that lost their job.
Yes, a lot of people.
Consistent lateness already.
You have in North America they tell you 3 times you're late and bye-bye. They don't joke because time is what makes production.
Yeah.
When you come on time, and mind you, a lot of people that's coming, they say they're coming on time, and they're sitting there doing nothing just the same way too, so it doesn't mean they're not producing. Because they say, oh, you want me to come on time? I'm going to come on time. I'm going to show up here at 8 o'clock, but that doesn't mean that I'm starting to work at 8. You have to start working at 8, but you have your breakfast at your desk at 8. And that's why a lot of companies are saying, do not eat at your desk when you're coming. You could have your breakfast before, whatever, wherever. But when you come and you sit at that desk, it's time to start working. You don't go to the bathroom and fix your hair, fix your lipstick, see if your clothes straight and all that. If you come in 15 minutes before, you can do all of that and start your work at 8. That is showing respect for the job that you have and the people that employ you.
But Claire, a lot of these things happen, especially right in the public sector, government.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. But you see, it is called acceptance. It is called acceptance. If you accept it, then obviously, if you accept it, obviously it's gonna happen like that. But if you don't accept it, then you will change. Let's take a commercial break and we shall be right back.
In an industry where custom quality and hardware limited is a leader, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Third-party outages are caused by parties external to GreenLink. Kite flying is one of the major causes of third-party outages also.
Kite flying over the years has proven to be an issue that has created many outages on our systems.
This Easter, GreenLink would like you to keep your kite in sight. Use an open area with no overhead power lines. Avoid personal injury through electric shock. Avoid damaging property and causing inconvenience through power outages. Enjoy tradition safely. Avoid damage and injury.
The new national party St. Patrick's West presents Skankin' Sweet on Saturday, April 27. A back-in-time party. Bar ice cold. Doors open at 10 p.m. Early bird tickets, $15. More after. Music by DJ Just Gus, The Immortal, Small Clothes International. Where? At the arena. Where else? In Plains in St. Patrick. Skankin' Sweet. See you there. Are you feeling sluggish and can't climb that hill? Do you want to restore the energy you burned throughout the week? This and every Friday at the Center on Main Street Cedar, St. Patrick's. It's Bulldog Friday, on sale for only $2. Yes, $2. You can get your mojo back when you purchase a Bulldog energy drink. Can it get any better? Available only at the center of it all.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share.
And we're back. So,
but now, I see Fitlin saying, Jester be good to see this morning. I don't know. What you really mean by that?
She mean for you to be good to me.
So,
it's as simple as, I don't understand. You don't understand English language? Or let me say, she mean, look, be good to me. Don't interfere with me, okay?
So don't I be good to you?
Why don't you ask Harley that?
as she said, she sent something again, Claire. You would never, it's a good thing I could read it. You didn't want me to know that again. You're playing
what it is when today she sent something again? I didn't see. She sent something today?
She said something. She said she sent something again.
Let me see.
Bright.
Well, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
The last message I read was from Ingrid Bourne, 1.25, Kenneth Joseph, Adrian Watts, 1.25, Patsy Frank, and Gloria Francois. I didn't see anything from Kate.
CJ sending something again. You're playing bright. Where
did you see that?
You're conveniently not see.
Well, let me tell you something.
Hold
on. I don't want to disrespect you.
And we're talking about respect.
So yes, I don't want to disrespect you. When Faithlin sent something, she says, CJ, I'm sending something again. Did she say, Jester, I'm sending something again?
No.
Hold on. Answer the question. Did she say, Jester, I'm sending something again? She says, CJ. Did she say, I'm sending something to share with Jester? No,
you know what?
No, I don't know what
your name that is there, fine.
Just give it to me.
Right, you have it. You have it.
Of course. Listen to me. She said, and I'm not, although you and Mona portray me to be a greedy person, I am not. Yes, Mona said last week I'm greedy and you agree with Mona. But it's okay. I know myself and I respect myself and greedy is not one of it. So, when I listen I'm greedy, I always say, you can go out there and ask. When I get something, I share it all out. Unless I get something that is personally mine and it's only one thing. Like my...
Like what Fitlin saying.
Like my Real FM mug here. It says CJ, that is mine personally.
Like what Fitlin saying.
What Fitlin saying, if it's mine, she'll tell me mine. And it depends on how much it has, you will get. Because I always share. I'm not greedy. Because you see, Jester, I never believe that when you get something and you can share it, that you hog it all by yourself and you're there and you're just watching it and it's spoiled and then you have to throw it in the garbage. If you share it, you feel better and then you never know what it is. Faithlin sent cucumbers for us the last time. And let me tell you, it was so crunchy. And I sent a message to her. Did you send a message to her and say thank you?
I said thank you.
When?
I said thank you Saturday morning on your program.
I just asked.
I'm telling you.
But you're making it, I said thank you. I said thank you. Like,
you're trying to make it look as if,
I'm not making it look anyway. If I'm making it look, I'll be straight in your eyes and ask you. Did I ask you, did you say that? And I said thanks and I said it was very crunchy. I've got a call. Good morning.
Good morning, Claire.
Good morning.
You love that name, eh?
Which Mona?
Yes, it is.
Well, there's a painting that was done, I think, by Van Gogh. It is the Mona Lisa smile. Okay. So you have an important hybrid name.
But let me tell you something.
Tell me, please.
The more you give, the more you get.
True that.
And when you get, give just tiny.
I always do. Sometimes I don't get things and I give him things.
And you see that person, what give you that thing there, I'm going to tell her,
Mm-hmm.
make sure.
She put Jester name too?
Yes. What she doing that for?
She sent it. She don't know Jester like that. She know me like that. I am a sister-in-law.
By what?
By her brother.
Those Indian and them?
Whether he's Indian or Negro, whatever it is, her brother and he's my boyfriend.
It's a good thing they had a wife.
Okay, then that's fine. But he's still my brother, but my boyfriend.
Well, yes, I hear he's your boyfriend.
Yes.
Well,
I didn't say. I didn't say that he doesn't have a wife or they don't have wife. He's my boyfriend, my sister-in-law.
You tell me,
Mm-hmm.
is your sister-in-law?
Yes.
And her brother.
How many of them that has wives?
A lot.
Okay, then for the one that is my boyfriend who have a wife.
A keeper then.
I don't care what he is, keep you Ebola or whatever. That's it. Let's go. Bye. You're miserable too much.
That's why you're holding on to him, because he haven't got a wife.
There you go. Availability is a good thing. Right. Pipeline.
TK, you make a mistake.
No, it does not make mistake anything like that.
Okay, then. Be on the safe side.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
goodbye.
Yes, Miss
Mona.
Mona.
Try your name to be there, eh?
Yes.
Don't study.
Okay, Mona Lisa.
Right.
Later.
I think Mona is a trip, you know. I tell you, these people and them, you just have to stay away from them.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, the cucumbers are really crunchy. But you know what I do with it, Jester? I peel it out a bit and I slice it and I put it in water and I infuse cucumber water. It's really good for your skin. You see, look, I'm glowing.
Yeah, I eat it just like that, man. Just
You could
wash
eat
it and just
yes,
eat
you
it
could
like
eat like that. But
man.
I put it in
You know,
water.
it's proven that it's very, very good. It's very good to consume for controlling your blood sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of things that are there to be eaten.
Yeah.
We don't eat it, but cucumbers, I love cucumbers. I make salad, but now I'm infusing it in water and just drink it. And when my water is finished, I just eat it. But it's really, really nice and crunchy. So she must have sent more for me so that I can give you and everybody else. I share. So don't give people the impression that's what you're trying to give people the impression that you said about a word, please, and she said something and I share. You think you're smart, Jester? Don't even try that. Remember, I think we can steps ahead of you. Let's go. So we're talking about all our boundaries are respected. It says putting boundaries in place, people do respect it. So when you say no about something, they would not try to manipulate you to change your response to yes when you say no. That is showing respect for you. It also says, and when you say yes to something, people appreciate it. The truth is, though, having strong boundaries is probably one of the reasons you are respected in the first place. You define how people treat you by standing your ground and expecting fair treatment. Some people might not always like it, but they can't deny that it's admirable to see someone with self-respect. Powerful. If you don't have respect for yourself, you cannot expect respect from anybody. You cannot expect people to respect you.
Of course not.
So you have to set your boundary. Like if you willy-nilly all over the place, people telling you what they want, doing what they want, and you don't show some backbone into your self-respect, you won't get anywhere because they don't take you seriously. And you know there are a lot of people that they demand respect. Oh, you're disrespecting me. Oh, you're doing this and you're not. But do you have the respect for yourself in the first place for me to show respect to you?
That's it.
It has to start with you first.
And there are many people like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They could see that you're disrespecting them, but they're not seeing that they do not have the respect for themselves that I should portray my respect to you. Because if you don't have self-respect as they say, then how could you expect respect from me or from people around you when you're not even showing you have respect for you respect yourself?
Yeah, I know I feel like that.
Mm-hmm. You define...
I can call him, but I wouldn't.
No.
Come on, you know better than that.
No name in the mass according to them. We're not calling a name. I don't want nobody to come and sue me and say, I say this and I say that. But I try to live on the straight and narrow. I do my research, and whatever I'm reading here, it is not from me personally, but some things apply to each and every one of us. We have a call. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Clay, and good morning, Mr.
Good morning,
Jester.
Martha Charles, a.k.a. Kenro.
How is you?
We good, how are you?
The woman that they lost her eye.
No, they call her, Xander call her Angela Mao.
Yes.
When I hear that, I almost pass out. I said, what? He said, yeah, you see, dodging thing, and her mouth, she's a cartoon woman. I said, okay, how are you feeling though? How's your eyes?
Excuse me.
Plenty better.
That's good. Good to hear.
Thank God for life.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
alive.
Good. So tell us what you're telling us this morning.
Well, there and I'm making breakfast and I'm listening to all you about the respect. And is that what taking you throughout the world, respect? Anywhere you go, you could meet the smallest child, the oldest person. Good morning, good evening. Not a lot. Only that. You could meet on the whole, you know how old people know, it's just aged. You have to say good morning. And time, I love it. Anywhere I'm going, my husband and me, that I just said, remember me, you are going to open the place. I say, I have to reach and sit down and rest.
Yes.
Before the hour, they go call me. I like to be on time, and if I tell you I'm getting ready for 7, book it. Since I would have past 6, I buy you a radio very close to you. I never like to reach nowhere I'm going late. But everybody not the same. You have people what will, they get up in the morning and they just turn, doing nothing, and you are just going on them and they don't realize you are moving on them. So, this morning you have a good topic.
Thank you.
No matter I don't have much to say, but I listening and I always does listen.
Thank you so very much.
And there is time with us a little too rough on Jester.
You too?
There is
all of these Shantimel people and them, you know what? I don't have time for this.
But remember, you is blood and Jester is Shantimel people.
So which one of us is important?
Which
one?
No, you don't know who important. The right and the wrong.
So who right and who wrong in that sense?
Well, a lot of times you don't want to strangle him,
No, man.
Yeah.
Okay, let me say this to you, Kenu. And I'm putting it out there for everyone that has ears to listen.
Yeah.
Just say a lot of wrong things to me. Are you hearing my thing because I opened my mouth wide, wide and say it. But he does torment me underneath. But you hearing what I'm saying?
Well, I wouldn't say no because I doesn't hear.
Thank you very much. And I rest my case.
Underneath?
Yes.
Well,
yes, I rest my case.
That is undercover.
He's an undercover person, yes.
That is bad thing too. That's what you call snake under grass.
Yes.
When you pass there, you don't look in your feel whoop. Okay.
So because I'm vocal about my thing with him,
the thing is nobody have no right to put their mouth in you and just a business.
Thank you very much.
As I just say to people, you see husband and wife and man and woman. If you come and you tell me something, I'll tell you. If I made the thing, I say behave. Forget that. And if I meet it, I will tell you, well, boy, behave. Avoid. Let they say you coward. Go. But sometime again, when you play you coward and you go, when you go, they say you coward. And they say they could kill you, Yes. Because that is example, I think that on me too.
Okay.
When you walk away from things, the person tell, well, you're afraid. But sometimes you're not afraid, you just try to avoid
it. Yes, true.
You just try to avoid. You don't want to be in that kind of thing.
I can't my grandmother halakasi and all this kind of stupidness.
You want Jester?
Yeah, stay away.
There, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Right here listening.
Thank you.
Kenru, good morning, my dear.
From one Shantimel to another, but me and his cousin, just so you know. Cousin. And she will soon start.
I'm still taking for Jester.
I know because you come out in Shantimel, I'll do this bow and them up there.
Right.
Have a good morning.
Same to you.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, I don't. Somebody call in here. Let's see.
On the WhatsApp.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, CJ. Morning, my dear. Jester.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes.
Where exactly you from? What area? if you mind me asking?
In Shantimel, behind Okin, my roots from behind Okin.
Who's your mother?
Joan, she has passed.
She has passed, I know.
Yeah.
I see me grandson.
Oh yeah, see me, man. Yeah. Miss Vida deceased. Yeah, you know, Miss Vida behind Okin, James Baptiste JB.
Yes.
She was my
yes,
right.
yes.
So Miss Vida is my grand aunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the family. Yeah. So I listen to you guys because I always bring you on program on my station here in New York. And I
Okay.
was listening to you guys, and I was like, "Is that the same Jester that grew up in?" So I was asking my cousin Joyce. I asked her to listen, and she just called me and she said me, "Wait, he sound like him, you know? I ain't sure, you know."
That's
Sound
him.
like you.
That's him. That's him. Thank you so much for calling in, though.
All right, guys. Great
All right.
topic, man.
Thank
Great
you.
topic.
Okay.
Right. Great.
Bye-bye.
Leave them grown up shanty man woman and them alone. They go be here, you know.
No, I ain't for them.
Yeah.
All right, I ain't for
All
them.
right, guys.
Broad shoulders.
Thank you
strong
so
shoulders.
much for tuning in.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Anytime.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay, there we go. More
Yes.
exposure, man.
Yes, yes. Well, so yes, and we're going back to the topic of respect. He says when people respect you, they are less likely to ridicule your decision. As a former primary school teacher, gaining the respect of children was incredibly important. Not only did it reduce the amount of discipline involved in the job, but it made the children learning experience far more enjoyable all around. Why? Because there are difference between someone who earns respect to get through to people and someone who enforces the decision. Think of a manager, parent, or sports coach. Without respect, the employees, children, or team won't pay much attention to their guidance. They'll answer back. They'll ignore them. They may even ridicule them to put down their ideas. If you try to rule by forcing people to listen to you, they'll just end up resenting you. So if you notice that people tend to listen to your ideas, follow your guidance, and trust what you say, it's a definite sign that you've got their respect. So what it's saying here, you cannot force people or enforce respect on anybody. There are different ways of getting people to listen to you. Instead of saying, oh, you got to do this, and if you don't do this, and you're threatening and so. No.
Yeah, quite rightly so. I mean, it's not something that you're forced on.
No, as you said,
it's
it
not
is
something
earned.
you
It is
demand.
earned.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
but some people demand respect.
Quite natural. It should come.
You would not believe a lot of us as parents demand respect from our children. We demand respect from people around, and we demand, and that is not the right word to use to demand anything. You can guide your children. You can let them know that whatever it is, when they're speaking to you, and they speak to you in that manner, it is respectful. Then I say to you, my daughter and my son, sometimes they call me Claire to see how I'll react, and I say, yeah, that's my name, what gives? But they don't call me in a demeaning Claire in that way. They just try to see if I'm that stuck up on being called mom or mommy or something like that. No, Claire is my name. And if you could call me Claire and I accepted Claire because that's not disrespectful, that is fine. You just have to know who you are, who your children are, what training you give to them early in their life so that they can respect you. You respect them and then respect people around. We got a call. Good morning.
Good morning, CG.
Good morning, and how are you?
I'm tired, CG.
What?
Good morning, Jester, and how are you this morning?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, the morning, the usual thing, CG.
You went walking? You went walking?
This morning. Yeah.
You must leave walking for the walkers, okay? Leave walking for the walkers.
I born this morning, CG. Send some water.
Okay.
CG, I can stay long this morning.
Okay.
Listen. Now that I know Jester has Shanti blood in him, I am urging you to have a little more respect for Jester.
Point taken, but I never disrespect him.
No, I never said you disrespected him.
So you want me to give
said
him
to have
more?
a little more.
Okay. I can
more
work with
respect for
that.
Jester.
I can work with that.
Okay.
In what way though?
Because I have Shanti blood in me too. So Jester,
Yeah.
we jelly now.
Oh yes.
We
Oh
jelly
yes.
now.
I'm so happy to know
CJ,
that.
be careful.
Listen.
CJ, be careful.
Listen. Kenor is my cousin and she bought us break bottle. All you do something to me and you'll see who is cousin and who is Chantimel and whatever. Touch me.
Well, if
touch me.
Well, if Kenro go and do the family tree, you get it pushed out.
No.
So
We close. We close. We like
that is what she don't realize.
Oh hush. In fact, I take back that. Don't hush. Speak. Now I started to show a little more respect for you. Thank you so much for your contribution, and I'll really try to have more respect for him, you see.
yes, please.
I'm trying.
I'm begging you. Please.
No need to beg. From this moment, I'm having respect for him.
As of this morning, I know we well jailed.
Yeah. Shantimel.
Goodbye, Shantimel people. Yes.
Have a good day.
Thank you. I don't know, taking back all my niceness I had for people. I just taking it right back. I turn real bandit now.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm here it is. And I want you to be totally honest with me because I'm going to watch you in your eye to see if you're lying. Take out your glasses.
What's wrong with this lady?
Now, everybody thinks that I disrespect you when I say what I say. And I want to get your honest answer to this. Do I disrespect you?
No. Listen.
That's a yes or no question.
Maybe they might get the wrong impression of probably disrespect. I don't think you will never do anything deliberately and consciously to say you disrespect me.
Thank you so very much.
I think we just try to have fun as much as possible, and if it goes out that it seems to be disrespect.
It's not.
It's really, because I do tell you a lot of things.
Oh, you admitting confession is so good for the soul.
It is true. And that's how we go down really, But I don't think you will deliberately,
No, I don't disrespect you. I say, when you say things and you put your foot in your mouth, I say, I'll just help you push your foot down your throat. But no, I don't believe in disrespecting people really, because what I want for myself, I'd like somebody else to give it to me, and vice versa. And as I say, when you have children and you do not discipline your children in the right way, you lose all respect for yourself, and they do not respect you in any way or form. And I've seen it, and it is not something that I would, me personally, put up with disrespect from my children, but at the same time, I won't demand respect from them and say, you have to respect me or anything. There are ways of getting your children to have respect for you, because besides you forcing it on them, because, sometimes they tell you tell them, oh, don't do this, or don't do that, and they do it. You don't beat them up all the time. There are things that they really love. And then when you start taking it away from them, then they realize, well, mom is serious, she don't want me to do, and I did it, and this is the punishment I'm getting. So they change, and that's when they show respect for your authority. But not telling them you have to. As the teacher says, you cannot demand respect from them. You cannot enforce it. Things that you do around them, they will come to have respect for you.
And you make mention about the children calling your name. Because my two elderly children do call me by names at times. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't mean that they are really disrespecting you. I know that for a fact. There are ways in which things are being done. And sometimes it's just to show that openness with you and your children, that confidence that exists. That
rapport that you have with your children, yes.
Yeah.
But it's not disrespect.
No, it's not. Not at all. Sometimes Jada will even call me Big C.
Well, yes. And it's not disrespect. It doesn't call in a disrespectful way. Not in a disrespectful way. No. I am, there are three ways I know when my children, what mood that they are in. If I say something and to Candice or Miles, and they're like, Mom, this, I know, well, okay, we're on for a conflict. Yeah. So let me back down and leave them alone. If I say something, she says, Yes, mommy. She called me that mommy in that nice way. I say, okay, I'm good. I'm on level playing field here. So you have to know your children and know when it's disrespect and when it's just they're just playing along with you.
Exactly.
We have a call. Good morning.
Good morning to
Good morning, Clifford.
and to Mr. Jester.
Good morning to you, Clifford.
Yeah. I think I understand and I believe that the camaraderie between yourself and Jester is just casualty. And I do think people should believe that you have anything against Jester.
No, believe me, I don't think they do. They just give me a hard time
Right.
because of what. No, they don't believe that I'm no. Yeah.
I can testify that you are a disciplinarian. I could testify that. For the time I hear you on television and radio and thing, I realize that you are a disciplinarian. I could say that I believe in disciplinarian too. I don't always get it. I don't always get it from my children either. Sometimes you stick to children for discipline and you don't get what you expect from them. And I am aware of that. Yeah, I'm aware of that. But I demand discipline from my children. I don't always get it, but I demand. And there are some children that definitely have no respect for people, for elderly, or even the parents. I could testify that. But I don't leave it up to the children at all. If something is wrong, I'm going to tell you it's wrong. And if you do something that I think is need to be disciplined, I'm going to tell you about it. You spoke about people. You start off again. People's respect, wanting respect from people and whatnot. I totally believe that the majority of persons that I know, I own respect from them, and they respect me.
Okay.
I could testify that. And people do ask me advice. I'm not trying to make it a boast. People do ask me advice, particularly in the field that I know. I did agriculture to some extent, and people will question me about agriculture, about they want to survey their land, what to do. They want to. They have people thieving things in their land, what to do. People, they want advice how to plant, how to do. They have problems with plants in the garden, what to do. And I don't pay a no. If I can't understand, I don't have the understanding to what they say, I tell them, look, check the Ministry of Agriculture, check this person, check that. I don't pretend that I know it all. Right? But I can testify that I have some experience where agriculture is concerned, dealing with people and dealing with farmers and so on. So anyway, people ask me anything, I make myself available to question.
Thank you
Up
so
to
much.
last night, a gentleman called me, wanted me to go to some conference, and he only called me last night, and I told him I wouldn't be able because of the other strains. But I believe in discipline, and I believe people do respect you when you show respect to them.
Sure.
There are some people definitely cannot be trained. They don't have manners. Put it that way. There are people definitely that don't have manners. They don't have a method of approach. They don't know when to say good evening. They don't know when to say good morning. They don't know how to approach somebody. They want to go. Okay, walking. For instance, you have people walking with you. They want to go out early. Watchman, I want to go. I want to go out early. I want you to give me a time there. This kind of way. That is not the correct way.
That is disrespectful.
That is disrespect. You have to learn to respect people and to approach in the right way. And a lot of us people do not have the right approach to people.
Thank you so much.
So that is lacking not just in us, the ordinary person, ministers, priests, pastors.
We are all people. It's
Yeah,
people.
I listened to a thing with the priest and Kalisha last night, and I'm telling you, I won't go into the details, but I'm telling you, pastors and priests even don't have the respect for themselves. I would not go into it, but I'm saying what has happened with the bishop and the priest, both of them were wrong.
Okay.
The bishop was wrong, the priest is wrong.
Okay.
And I rest there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yes, so respect comes in all forms. And Clifford says he demands respect from his children, and that's what we were saying not to do. It's his children and it's his thing, but you cannot demand. Because when you there's nothing that make you rebel more than somebody telling you that you have to do this and you have to. Everybody go the opposite way. That's why I said there are different ways that you can get people to do things for you, and you garner the respect from them besides demanding it. Because sometimes you can be, all huffy and puffy and so on. Sometimes it's just one word you say to your child or to your significant other, something that makes the difference in the respect zone. We have a call. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear.
Good
and
morning.
How are you this
I am
morning?
good, thank you. And how are you?
And
good morning.
Thanks very much for telling me good morning this morning. And Miss Maya, I know she's feeling good about it.
Yes, yes.
Yes, well, my daughter will be buried on Tuesday coming, next week Tuesday.
Okay.
So we are holding strength.
Hold strength, thank
and
you.
yes, with this respect with children and things. Sometimes you have your children and it's how all you rap together. Something, because I have, as I say, I made 7, well, 1 gone now, so 6 are left. And I have one special one in my child. She's not in Grenada, but sometimes when she calls me, Mommy, what you doing? I say, I'm there. You all right? I said, yes. Sometimes we have a little thing. She just tell me, watch, girl. I am in charge of you now, so you just give me a chance and listen to what I'm saying to you. You have to listen to us now. We are in charge of you now, and how she will think. But not to say she don't disrespecting me.
No.
It's how. It's how the love between us.
Yes.
And thing. And there is time we have she say, what? All right. You are giving you a chance. Let me hear what you say. And after you speak, you're supposed to listen to what I am telling you now. And think, yes. And
but it's a beautiful rapport that you have, and it's not disrespectful at all.
Yes. So
I understand.
Is not disrespecting me.
No.
And I just say, all right, mother, go ahead. Let me.
Yes.
Just go ahead. Let me. Your daughter going to listen to you. And yes, and we go on a good way.
And that's beautiful.
But some parents is how they grow their children to, how they talk to them. Sometimes we have to know what to tell with children, when to tell them, where to tell them.
I'm totally in agreement with you.
But some of us, I have to say, sometimes we sit down and we before any lick, we cuss our children. Obscene language and things. Remember, he's going to return back to you.
Yes, and in a big way.
Not what you do, is how you do it. So your topic this morning is very good, and I appreciate it, and I love everyone.
Thank you so very much. We love you too.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Yes, as she make mention, the daughter is now looking out.
Well, yes,
in her interest.
Yes, because you have to, sometimes when a parent gets to a certain age, they kind of lose focus on what it is, and you have, as a child, have to step in to do the guidance, and it's not in a disrespectful way.
No, not
it's
at all.
It's all caring about them and the health and the well-being, and that's what it is. So it says they want to be part of your circle. When you're respected, people want to be part of your circle. Do you notice that people want to hang out with you? Maybe you're lucky and your co-workers always seem to have a spare ticket to events just for you. The truth is, if you're respected by people around you, they want to be part of your circle. It's human nature. When you're a child in high school, everyone wants to be seen with you. Seen with the popular, cool child. It's always a matter of perception. If you hang out with the rich kids, people think you are one of them. If you're seen with the church geeks, you're probably going to get lumped as one of them. You get the gist, right? So when people want to be seen as respectable, they are not going to chill out with the village idiot. That's not my thing, that's what it says, the village idiot. That's one reason. Another reason is that some people will genuinely enjoy your company. It's much easier to spend time with someone you respect and admire than someone who you find distasteful. And they cannot even say it better than they're saying it now. Because sometimes you have to choose the people that you hang out with, Jester. Yeah. And sometimes it's not about all respect. It's like you like someone, you really like the company of someone, and you just want to hang out with that person. In a sense, it is a form of respect also, because they know that when they hang out with you, everything is going to be copacetic. No big set of obscene, no derogatory comments, no, nothing that laughing at people or any of that kind of thing. You are just chilling with somebody that you admire and you just want to spend time with them. It says the village idiot. With the village idiot, you sit there and everything that comes, every second word that comes from their mouth is an obscene. They do not know how to put their sentences together to have a normal conversation that you could benefit from. It's all about the obscene language and the derogatory. They see a woman pass and look at her this, that, and the other. And I, for one, wouldn't want to be around somebody like that. I don't know about you, but if I'm in a area where I'm hanging out with someone, they start with this thing, I take my exit nicely. I'm gone. Well, because this is not who I am, and I don't want to be lumped with you as being with that situation. I don't want to.
There are different
if
type
you're
of people.
calling to be on the program, it's 4420175. Yes.
There are different type of people. There are some people who just hi
and
bye. How are you doing?
That's your acquaintances.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
There are certain people again that you can sit down with in a gathering and while having fun. Maybe it might be over a little drink, but meaningful discussions will come up. You can engage in and learn something, getting feedbacks in a very positive manner. And I do enjoy this sort of circles,
as much as I don't like you, I was told to have respect for you, so I take that back too. I can hang out with you. I can hang out with you. I mean, and I give you a hard time. It's like, Claire, what's wrong with you, Claire? Claire, what are you? Claire, leave me alone. I'll see you places, if you're by yourself, I'll pull on your shirt collar and say, where you going and all this kind of thing. I am that person because I know who you are. I could hang out with you. There are people that I won't hang out with at all. Don't ask me, don't say hi to me. I won't. Sometimes you're passing and when you hear the things that comes from the mouths of some people, you're wondering, does these people and them have anybody in their life? Or do they respect the people in their life? And because the things that they say and the way they go on, I prefer to be a lonely person or a lonesome person than to be someone that disrespects me totally. Yeah. We have a call. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, respect to nowadays really, well, that's just my opinion. Respect nowadays don't really come to people. I should say nowadays respect is something that based on your status nowadays. Because I tend to see people respect people because they might have a good job or they might have money. Because you find people who don't have those things, people don't tend to respect you. And respect is, people don't respect people nowadays because you might be a humble person and people don't respect you because you don't drive a nice car or you don't have a big job, as I said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So respect, you have to get to know people to respect them. And this parenting have a lot to do with respect because the parents have to show the child respect, right?
Sure.
Because children need respect too.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to respect your child too. Although that's your child, but you have to respect the child so the child will grow to respect other people. As I come from the 70s, and when my grandmother and stuff had problems with other people, the kids didn't get involved in it. But nowadays, it seems like you and somebody have a problem, and the way the children look at you, just look at you in the road when they see you. You could tell yourself, look, mommy said something about you while these kids was around. So the kids will pass, they won't call you, they won't show you no respect. So parents have a lot to do with respect. And respect nowadays is based on your status, what you have and what you don't have.
Respect has become materialistic.
Exactly.
That's what it has become. Thank you so very much for your comment.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye. It is almost 9 o'clock, Jester. We are going to be going to news at 9. It is 2 minutes to the hour of 9 o'clock. And after 9 o'clock, we are going to be back with a topic on respect and how does people show respect for you and in what ways they show respect for you. So we're going to come back to number 6 after the news. But Jester, we might think that it is... Let me see.
Call maybe to
call. We have, if you have 1 minute because we're going to the news right now, if you want to call right back. Whew. I think they call right back. It is 9 o'clock just and we're going to go to news.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
It's by Triple N. The details when we return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hello and welcome back. I am your presenter, Roya Charles Alexander. Locally, the government of Grenada is seeking to review and update the Grenada National Land Policy. Grenada received support under 2 projects to develop a comprehensive policy and legal framework for sustainable land management. The first project, funded by the Australian government, sought to improve the land policies and land management within the OECS member states. Under this project, an evaluation of relevant land issues was undertaken, and the report is contained in the Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Land Policy issue paper. Funding was also secured under the European Union-funded Global Climate Change Alliance project on climate change adaptation and sustainable land management in the Eastern Caribbean to develop policy options aimed at facilitating more sustainable and efficient use of land and natural resources to build resilience to climate change and to propose legislative changes in the region. Social media is a good thing. Inspector Michelle Lewis of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service said this is one thing she wanted to clarify, but said young people must be responsible in its use.
When you isolate someone and you make someone feel less than he or she actually is, when you have someone laughing at the person and that kind of thing, it really impacts negatively on the individual to the extent that someone can want to and attempt to commit suicide.
Inspector Lewis advised a careful consideration be given before posting on any social media platform, as this information cannot be retracted.
When a minor puts out photographs of themselves that are inappropriate and language and content that are inappropriate, when he or she goes into grows up 5 years down the road or 10 years, want to get into politics or a particular career, profession, or even social media personality, those type of images and content can negatively impact where you want to go in the future.
Internationally, bracing for the worst, pride and fear in Iran after attack on Israel. There is a sense that this is a proud moment for Iranians because finally the establishment has decided to make good on the threats that they've been making.
Iran's Operation True Promise is being viewed here as a resounding success that exceeded the expectation of the Revolutionary Guard. That's according to the head of Iran's IRGC. This was a historic event. Iran has been talking for over 4 decades about being able to respond to Israel, but this is the first time that they've actually carried out on the threats that they've made. There is a sense that this is a proud moment for Iranians because finally the establishment has decided to make good on their threats that they've been making by launching the missiles and drones towards Israel on Sunday morning. According to the officials, they were not intending to hit any actual targets inside Israel. They were after military installations, and the general public is now bracing for what could come next. Many people are worried that Israel will use this opportunity to launch an attack against Iran. The Israelis will respond. When and how that will happen remains to be seen for the time being. Iranians are bracing for the worst.
And in sports, a total total of 5 Dominicans will form part of the 13-man squad for the last 2 rounds of Regional 4-Day Championship scheduled to be played in Antigua and Trinidad on April 10th and 17th. West Indies under-19 captain Stephen Pascal, West Indies player and Volcano captain Ali Catenas, senior men's cricketer Gilon Tyson, Volcano's manager Liam Sebastian, Dominica's senior men's captain Gian Benjamin, and West Indies and Volcano's player Kavim Hodge. This ends the latest news update. Thank you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
GRENDEC Community Partnership Initiative.
On behalf of the Grenada Athletic Association, we want to thank GRENDEC for the presentation of their check. This is not the first time that they are supporting our character games. I can remember clearly in 2016 they were part of the celebration. You know that GRENDEC has always supported us in all of our activities, in our development programs. They have been there with us, and we are very thankful for that, and we sincerely hope that we'll be able to keep them as one of our sponsors.
GRENDEC.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
Jester, we are back. Let me ask you something now. You say your son has called you Big C sometimes. Why they call
That's correct.
Why they call you Big C?
Yeah, Claire, I have that name. I don't even know why. Serious.
I thought you because you like bakes.
Well, yeah, that doesn't dispute the fact that I don't like
So
bakes.
maybe
I do like bakes.
I'm hungry now. I'm just asking if you will give me a bakes.
By the bakery.
You are the bakery baker.
It's a long time I haven't bought bakes today.
You mean
from the bakery along the road?
Oh, okay.
It's a little while. We haven't bought bakes together.
Me? You want people to be behind us have listen, I don't listen. You see now people listen up, okay? Please listen up. You hear a long time we, including me and him and buy bakes down there. And yet still people think that I'm so disrespectful to you. But we go and buy bakes together. And sometimes he pay for it, sometimes I pay for it. That is how good we are. Because I said, you buying today? Yeah, I'll buy. When I say, just we're gonna buy bakes, you buy? And I have no money, buy it yourself. Sometimes I go and pay for mine right and leave him standing there. Whether I have money or not, and I go about my business. But that's how good we are. We buy bakes for each other. Bakes and saltfish you get in, and bakes and what. And I come and eat my bakes and butter because I like bread and butter, eh? And bakes, I like bread and butter. I'm a kind of bread and butter girl. And let me tell you, when things take me, I put in the crackers, I make a sandwich and I put in crackers inside the bread with the butter. And I eat it. Oh, you should try it. You don't know what you're missing.
Oh, please.
Honestly, I'm telling you what I do. You don't have to do it, but you don't know what you're missing when you get that crunch.
Claire, let's continue the program, please. I don't have me cracking up inside the studio.
When the crackers and bread and butter, you see, instead of eating crackers by itself and bread by itself, you make a crack sandwich. You put crackers and bread and butter, you know.
And that's the name you give it?
A crack sand, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Listen, I am good at inventing.
Amazing you.
Yeah. You know, I saw Jess on Saturday. I was here late in the evening transplanting thing, and he came out for a job. And he's going on the road all, you know, just
easy, yeah? He's like lost in.
Yeah, but he's not.
Yeah.
So I said, Jess.
But that's how he moved.
And he came up and he's like, "You working?" I said, "No, I'm not working." I said, "I'm just doing the plans here and stuff like that." And, you know, I can't help, and I just gave Jess a big hug because, like, Jess needed the hug, you know. So I just gave Jess a hug, and Jess and I chatting, and I'm planning. I take a half of a bleach bottle, and I cut the top of it, and Jess says, "You're very artistic." I said, "You think you're the only one?" So I said, "You think you're the only one?" I said, "I may not be able to will that brush that you think there, but I could do my only good." He says, "I never thought about doing that." I say, "Yeah, man." So you cut it on your thing. And yeah, you know, Jess and I sat and we chat for a little bit, you know, while I'm in the soil, but I have gloves on, and so I don't want my fingernails to get, you know, because this is something I look at. When I see people, like, you know, that are my friends, and so let me see a fingernail, I look at the fingernail to see if it's dirty.
Keep it short,
there you go.
Clean.
Dirty fingernail and teeth and all that. And if I see your teeth, and I'm like, yeah.
Well, let's move on, please. Okay. Time with you and
So I had on my gloves and, you know, just we chat and so on. And then he looked at my plans and he says, "Oh, you're very good." I said, "Yes, Jess, I'm artistic in my own right. Well, you are in yours. So we're good together." But Jess, I just love Jess because he's so, how he is again, Jess? I don't even know the word to use for Jess. He's inconspicuous and he's into himself. And he's when you talk to Jess is deep. Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jess and I have conversations all the time. And, you know, he asked me something, I answer, and then he's going to tell me, "Well, you know, you're right." I said, "Yeah, I know I'm right. That's what I'm telling you." But Jess and I...
Yeah, but whenever he and I meet, it's about football, because he's a real football fan too. Well, he's a Brazilian just like I am.
Oh, I thought he was a Grenadian. Are you Brazilian?
Yeah.
What you could speak in Spanish?
When it comes to football.
Can you speak Spanish?
No, and their language is Portuguese.
Portuguese, yes. Well, the Portuguese, what? Portugal and they speak Spanish in their thing, you know, Portuguese and Brazil and so, like they say espera. What does espera mean?
Claire, leave me alone, please. All right.
Okay, let me leave you alone. Now we're going and we're moving back. Let's go. Point number 6 says, when you are respected, no one talks behind your back. You know you're respected when people talk straight to your face and defend you behind your back. It means one thing. They are comfortable enough to be honest with you. They know where you stand with you, and that criticism to your face isn't going to cause World War III. But the most important part is that when someone is dragging your character through the mud and you're not there to defend yourself, these people will step in. They'll speak up and defend you in your absence. On the other hand, if they join in on the gossip, they know they definitely don't respect you and should be ashamed to call themselves your friend. I'm giving that 10. 10. You say high five, I'm giving that 10. Because this is so true. I will defend you, Jester, if somebody comes to me and they say something about you, and I know in my heart of hearts that this is not who you are, they're going to hit me and when I'm finished. Yeah. I'm telling you. Because I'm saying, no, don't say that about my friend.
Yeah,
he is not.
When you know the person, you know.
You could defend that person. There are people that I could defend. You see my peeps in that I talk about, Lorna and Jenny and the rest of them? If anybody says anything about them in where I am, they were looking for World War III to start because I'm piping up like Jack in the Box. I'm jumping up and like, no, you don't know how that way. You don't know that. Don't say that. And I will bet my bottom dollar they will do the same for me.
Yeah, but the thing about it, right? There are some people, right? So, for example, somebody will come to sell something to you about the person.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, with me, sometimes by the time they get fed up, because for one,
you're questioning.
I don't like being on the radio and being in the media, man. That kind of spoil me because I will have 1,000,001 questions to ask because you can't just come and tell me something and expect for me to just drink it down like that. That's not happening.
No.
So when I start to ask questions, convince me. So I will be convinced now when I start asking my questions and you could answer me on certain things. But when you can't answer me on certain things, then no. Well, hell no.
Here's one question I ask. If they come and say, Claire, or you have no idea what Jester said about you, what were you and Jester talking about where my name coming for he to be saying that about me?
I mean, they are part and parcel
because
of the whole
one
thing.
person cannot have a conversation. I have conversation with myself, but it's me and me that having a conversation. But if you were to come and say to me that Jester said this about you, then what was it that you were discussing with Jester about me for Jester to say that? And that is a question that a lot of us refuse to answer, and a lot of us refuse to get in our head that one person cannot have a conversation. And it must be two persons having a conversation about me or having it about you for them to come to the conclusion that Jester said that about you or Claire said that about you. Tell me what you were saying about, you were discussing about me for that to come up.
Exactly.
I am not a crazy person.
Yeah.
And if you cannot come up with that means you joined the gossip train also and you're jumping on it. And when they see me now, they want to be friends with you. Listen, my intuition, as I always say to you, it never leads me wrong. And if I feel the way I feel and I'm around you, it's time for me to, you're gone.
Cut it.
Yeah, you're gone. I am not I'm not in my life to have friends galore. No, I pick and choose the people that I want around me, and then the wall that the garden you go with in Texas, you go right back up. If you're out, you're staying out. But you see, when you have too many friends, Jester, you are putting yourself in a way to be talked about and to be lied about. That's the way it is. Because when you have this friend and that friend, and sometimes these acquaintances and they come to and they don't understand the difference between friendship and acquaintance.
Yeah,
that's true. So when you have an acquaintance, anything you say could be distorted and they're gone with it. And they make everybody believe that about you. But like you see me, I don't give a flying fig. I don't care if you speak about me behind my back or in front of my face, because I know to myself I am going to come straight at you, Jester, and say something to you that is bothering me that I don't like. Yeah, and I give you the permission to do the same thing. This is the respect that I hold in esteem where you're concerned.
I'm glad you raised that, because I must have touched on that, and look, you raised it. And that is what I really like about this whole thing. That is who some people don't like. I really like people who will come and say, your eye really black. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Or it's blue. Mm-hmm. Tell you straight up in your face. It's better that way.
At least you know where you stand
But
with
you
that
know,
person.
yeah, some people, they don't like people like that. Eh?
Well, they don't.
They don't like people
I know
like
I'm not
that.
like,
because
so I like
people
that, but say what?
Yeah, people like, you see people like Ken, you bet your bottom dollar. If
Straight up.
Ken will tell you straight up. That's the kind of person she'll tell you
And the
straight.
thing is,
And I love people like that.
yes.
I prefer you tell me it's better that way.
And you don't
It's
have
really
to
better
come.
that
I
way.
don't have to come to you rough and say it. I'm telling you nicely, Jester. You know that thing that what you said, it's not sitting kosher with me at all. And you go, well, Claire, what is it that I said? And I said, this is what you said. And you might say, well, you know, I didn't mean it that way, and we move on. Then I thinking that you and I are friends, and you lambasting me behind my back, saying all kind of thing about when people see me passing, they say, oh, you don't know what you do to Jester. And did you see how we are on air right now? And people think that I'm abusing you. I take back the abuse word again. I have respect for you. Your counterpart from Shantimel there says, I should have a little more respect for you. So I'm giving you all the respect that you deserve, and then some. So let's go to point 7. When people have respect for you, disagreements tend to stay fair and civil. The truth is, if people respect you, they naturally don't want to offend you. Now so that doesn't mean that they won't ever disagree with you. They will, even if you don't like it, but they are less likely to attack you with an irrational shouting match or spit cuss words at you. But here's the thing. Most people mirror the behavior of the person they are dealing with. That is so 100% right. Because if you and I are having a discussion, Jester, and you start to shout at me, what do you think happening? My level of voice going up to a shouting too is a shouting match that is taking place because none of us is giving up for another because I'm right, you're right, I'm not wrong, and you're not wrong. So shouting match going on. So it says most people mirror the behavior. So now I've decided a while ago that if I'm in a conflict with someone and they start to raise their voice at me, I just walk away. Or I just smile, that smug smile that I smile, and I just don't say anything. I just say it cool, calm, and collected. If you want to be the idiot, as they say, the village idiot, and keep shouting at me because there are people that when they start shouting at you and you're not responding the way they want, they get so angry and they start to shout more. And no bad word coming out left, right, and center, obscene coming out left, right, and center. And you're there and you're watching, is everything okay with you? That's what you have to ask. Because you're the only one that's doing the shouting. So it says that when people respect you, they don't do these things. But when they start shouting, and sometimes you lose your cool in that sense, and you start behaving just as them, you have to just check yourself real fast and say, don't go there, don't do that.
Well, Claire, in walking away, what you're actually doing is probably avoiding some form of conflict
World War III.
which could result in fatality. Yeah, it happened in the past.
But at the same time, though, even though you're walking away for your own mental health and self-well-being, the person might take it as you being disrespectful to them by walking away.
Or they might even see that you're being a coward as well.
Well, let me be a coward, I don't mind coward live to
fight
another day. If I'm coward, fine. But I know me and I know my temperament. So I've learned to temper the way I used to be, because let me tell you something. If something offend me, upset me, I just fly off the handle, But I've learned to temper my behavior and just go soft. I say soft and sweet, but I could be deadly with my soft and sweet.
We have a call.
Yes, we do. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Let me give you a joke that happened on 2 occasions. I have a partner. Some time ago, we had a little misunderstanding. My wife happened to hear that. She wasn't around. I didn't report anything to her. She passed in and she stopped calling the person. So one day she see me and the person speaking. She say, hey, Clifford, you're talking with him, and I keep him enemy for you. I say, I never ask you to keep nobody enemy for me. So if that is your intention, take it out.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 occasions it happened. There was that next occasion where she daughter, a fellow who was good friends with us, the family, she likes she daughter. She keep the fellow enemy. If your daughter a sick girl, you're wrong. Suppose your daughter accept the man. You can't keep your daughter keep the person enemy because the person tell you they like your daughter. Suppose your daughter answer the man, what you will say?
She demand that she doesn't like the man, that's all.
Yeah, but you can't make that decision.
But you made the decision to demand respect from your children. That's what the same thing too, you demanding.
No. When I say give respect for my children, that don't mean that I will be always right. But when my children have to have discipline for me.
Oh yeah.
And if you go under your discipline, I'm going to use what
Of course, yes, but don't use the word demand.
Well, demand in the way that, okay, if I'm the owner of the house, and I say, listen, that's what you're doing here should not be done, and I demand that you stop it, and you end up, I put the goods on you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but let me just ask, to find out here. When the man did that, the daughter was in full age, she's a full adult?
Yeah, full big, a woman.
Oh, okay, cool.
Once leave school, everything already, not child. Not competing.
Yeah,
big people.
Okay, right.
Clifford, there are some of us as parents that live our lives through our children. And I end this story.
I could advise my children, but I can't live my life for my children.
Sometimes when you're growing up and you do not have certain things, and when you have your children and you do whatever you didn't have, you try to push them into the direction that you want them to go because you didn't have it.
I agree.
And you live your life to your children, making them do things that they don't want to do because
I wouldn't encourage my children to do nothing that they shouldn't do. But
you have to encourage them to do what they like.
For instance, every one of my children, I offer them a piece of land in the land that I have. And I offer you all enough. Tomorrow, the surveyor is coming to survey the last pieces at the remaining day. That's what I tell you. And I said, every one of you must start your own life.
You know, I have a little bit of complexion. You can give me a piece of land.
I don't give me my complexion.
Oh, okay. Well, no.
You may not get because I don't give me my complexion.
Okay, so you can adopt me as one of your children and give me a piece of land, no? Too big? Oh, okay,
yes,
sorry. Okay, then I tried. Thank you.
Okay,
bye-bye.
No, but Clifford point.
Yes, she's an adult.
He made two very important points.
You cannot vex with someone because I'm not talking with you.
Yeah.
I cannot
because
vex
usually
with your son because I'm not talking to you.
You know, men, they may have the little thing, but after they just polish it up. Rather than women, they tend to
we carry it a bit
drag
longer.
it on. Yeah,
because you see, we don't like people saying things about us and when it's negative. But you know what? You have to get thick skin sometimes and know that you can just brush that off and move along. Because I feel personally that when you take it on, you're bringing yourself right down to the level that they are and they want you to be. But if you keep your head up and your respect to yourself, you just let it roll. I'm not saying we're going to be friends. Maybe we'll never talk, but I'm not holding it. I'm just going to be who I want to be and just be me, and that's it.
Yeah, and on the other issue with the man approaching her daughter.
Yeah.
I thought it was if it was underage, I would have understood fully. If he's underage, making joke with that.
Sometimes
she have all reason not to make no joke with him.
Yeah.
Underage. Yeah.
But
speaking about that, Claire, unfortunately there was a rape situation in somewhere in Simon area.
Again?
8-year-old got raped.
By who?
I think a guy maybe in the range of about 19 somewhere there. About that happened on Sunday during the day, you know.
This has to stop.
I think the little child went riding a bicycle or so. Somewhere down around the Greens area, man. This is so sad.
This big man.
I empathize with the family, man.
That does this thing to young children is because these ones are coward people, Jester. They cannot face a normal woman to have a relationship with them. So they attack the vulnerable of the society. You can't do that.
Yeah, this is just so
you
sad.
You can't. Really, and you shouldn't. But it happens, and when they go to jail, also you sit down inside the jail, that child life is finished for her.
8-year-old man.
Finished.
Anyway.
Gosh, no.
Yeah.
Because he does not respect for himself. That is lack of respect for you to do that to a child.
Yeah.
And people might say, oh well, they talk this Mental Health Tuesday, and why are they talking about respect? But this affects us mentally on a daily basis. I don't have to use the word respect and mental health for you to know this is what it is.
Yeah.
Because every subject that we come here with is because it affects us mentally. That's why we are talking about it.
And that's somewhat intertwined there now, because lack of respect.
That causes people to do this, to do the things that they do.
Even respect
Because
a child.
if you have respect for yourself,
Yeah.
Jester, you would not
do something like that.
Look at me at my age, and you see I'm going to see a little boy that is 14 years and want to have a relationship with that 14-year-old boy. My respect is down to the pits.
Yeah.
Like I have none. Look as though you didn't even start with any for you to have some left.
Yeah. So.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, people respect your time and efforts. Okay, let's talk about it. Another important sign you're respected by people around you is when your time isn't taken for granted and neither are your efforts. When people don't respect you, they are quite happy to use you and abuse you. We've all gone through it at some point in our lives. The friend that keeps on taking but never puts anything back into the relationship. The relative who expects your help whenever they snap their fingers, paying little regard to your busy schedule. Not even offering you a drink in return for your troubles. But when you have people's respect, these incidents happen less and less. People are more conscious of your time. They're more appreciative when you go out of your way for them. Need I say more? More? Need I say more?
No, you need not to say more.
Time, just the time.
I think we touched on that. You could actually skip that part because we dealt with that from the very beginning.
It said
Oh,
time.
come on.
It says time
It's true.
and the efforts that you put into things. Like you know, if you're doing something for someone, you put the effort out to do it, and they show no appreciation or they do not respect it. That I think hits you harder than what you than the thing that you give them or anything. Lindona, you can call. The WhatsApp number is also 4420175 on WhatsApp. It will come through. Call that number if you want to make your contribution, and I know you do because long time I haven't heard your voice. So 4420175 on WhatsApp. Yes. So the efforts that you put, the relatives that call, we have a call. Good morning.
Good morning, Claire.
Oh, good morning to my dear friends, and how are you?
I'm fantastic. Good morning, Jester. How are you?
I'm good.
You, Jester?
I'm fine. I'm doing just fine.
I'm a timer.
Tell him.
I'm a timer. I respect my time.
Yeah.
And I expect everybody else to respect mine. I have no problem with that. If you're late, you're late. No problem. That's okay. Let me know. Yeah? That said, how you guys was the weekend? You had a good weekend?
We did. I had a quiet one. Jester went to was it this weekend? No, not last weekend. He went to the show that I tell him time, just catch up with them. But I'm good.
You're exposing Jester. That's not nice.
Well, as we established, we stood straight.
I want everybody to know that he went through something.
Well, he knows. Everybody knows because he came and talked about the time. Let me tell you how everybody knows. Everybody knows because he came and talked about the time that they had the program and the length of time that they stayed before they bring it together so that people can enjoy it. So everybody knows. I'm just going with it.
So I know Jester is not his real name, so we have to change him to tourism because he's everybody's business.
Yes, man.
You don't believe Jester is not right name?
No, you have to go with tourism. You know, tourism, everybody know your business. I like that.
It's a snag.
It's a timely subject you're speaking about. Respect, and I think respect starts with you, the individual.
Mm-hmm.
If you respect yourself, you will come across naturally in every way. For me, I used to do a lot of walking in the morning time. Everybody I meet, good morning. Whether they answer or not, it does not matter to me. And I keep it with man, woman, child. I'm saying good morning before they even address me. There's a number of times my wife and I would be exploring the countryside and we get lost and take a wrong turn or whatever. And we're approaching a gathering of young men. And my wife says, "You sure you want to stop there and ask her?" I said, "Yes. I want to start here because there's nobody else." So I approached and I said, "Excuse me, gentlemen, Good afternoon, good morning, whatever. I'm looking for such and such place. Everybody stopped what they were doing, looked at us and says, okay, you need to go back. You made such and such wrong turn or wherever. After we left, she said, you know what? I get what you said. It's all about the approach of how you approach that person, how you speak to them, not disrespecting them or just because they're young men, just walk up on them and just start talking. I said, no, they're young men enjoying themselves in whatever conversation you have to respect that. One of your callers mentioned that respect is based on your status, whatever that it is financial, the position you hold in a company, or whatever that may be. Believe it or not, I've seen people in position and status and they're very disrespectful.
Yes.
Very disrespectful. And I don't see that as being any form that I feel like, for instance, the prime minister or ministers, yes, that office needs to be respected. I totally agree with that. If it's your manager, you have to respect the position he holds in the company. However, that person also have to be respectful of you. But for me, I want to bring it back home. You're at home, your significant other, whether it be your wife, your girlfriend, whatever the situation it is, both parties have to show each other's respect. Once that is being done in the home, the children would naturally follow suit. Yeah? So if the head is not doing the respectful things, what do you expect the children to be doing? They would behave exactly the same way. And as the saying goes, the children watch what you do, not what you say. Yeah? What you say is what they think about after the fact. Years down the road, they would say, mommy used to say that, and daddy used to say that, and look at the trouble I'm in now, and whatever. But they're watching your behavior. What you do speaks way more than what you actually say, the words coming out of your head, out of your mouth, your behavior. Yeah? And if we go all the way back to what the Bible says, Jesus was teaching us, and he was saying, don't do what the Pharisees and them are doing. Listen to the words. Yeah? It's the words you have to pay attention to, not what their behavior. So it goes right back there, and it comes right back to you. You have to have respect for yourself, number one. Then you can start respecting others, and everyone keeps saying that respect is earned. It is not given. It is absolutely true. Like I said, if you're not respecting yourself, you're not respecting me, you're not respecting your employees, you're not respecting, it's going to start to deteriorate very rapidly, and you're wondering, well, why is it, what's going on? Why this is not happening? It's because you're not having respect for yourself, so therefore it cannot be shown back to you in any decent way to have you being respected. Now, there's another train of thought that Claire, you might get upset with this, that women have lost respect for men. And
not all of us.
And the demasculation of men is coming through that medium because, men have put ourselves in a very precarious space.
Exactly.
Where that we are not doing the things we're supposed to do. We are not acting and behaving in the way we're supposed to behave. And if you look at it, if you look at the primary schools, you see the children in the class is about 50-50. When you go to high school, you start to deteriorate. When you get to a tertiary education, but it way falls over into the female side of things. When you get into university, it gets even more distorted. Yeah? So men needs to stand up and show the female respect, behave and act in a respectful way, conduct themselves in a respectful way, to themselves. I'm talking to themselves. And then that would now blossom further out into the society. Yeah?
Sure.
So I really think most of us need to step back and look and say, am I being respectful to myself? Am I holding myself to a standard? Am I holding myself to a higher level of being, of existing? Do I want to be where I am, or do I need to elevate myself? And all of that comes back to discipline. Recently, I started reading a bit of Socrates. And one of his things he says is discipline. You must have discipline.
Must.
Come on. If you find yourself overweight and you want to lose weight, you must be disciplined with your diet. You must be disciplined with your exercise. You must be disciplined with being mindful of what you consume in a daily basis. Yeah? And if you're not going to be where you want to be, and you will be constantly in that cycle. So all these things come back again. Like I said, start with the individual, and then you start to move out from there. Once you're being respectful to yourself, others will just fall in line naturally, like a domino effect. One knock one, the next one crumble, and the next one.
Yeah, in that way you paid forward. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
exactly.
paid forward. See,
well, guys,
I have respect for you, and I was told this morning to have a little more respect for the one that's sitting across me, and I'm really trying. But I don't know if I'm going to succeed because I don't disrespect him in any way.
Well, I think all of this is just part of the radio persona, so I'm not even going to fall.
Good. You see why I like you?
I know you guys are way better than that.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
I'm not going to get involved.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Okay, guys.
Mr. Stark, how retirement is going, man?
It is now 16 days and enjoying it to the maximum.
Thank you. All right.
Lovely.
Talk to you soon.
Lovely.
Okay.
Right. Bye-bye. Nice.
Bye-bye.
Now I have another call. Good morning. Lindona? Good morning. How are you? Long time I don't hear from you.
I know. I'll be honest with you, it's my first time listening to your program for the year.
What happened?
This is because my year has been rough.
No.
Lost my husband.
What?
Yeah. I lost my husband on the 8th of March.
Oh no.
It's been really rough. But I'm just trying to hold it together. You know, I miss him every day. Claire, you know my story.
Yes.
I've lost the best thing that ever happened to me besides my children, my best friend, my comfort at night, you know, and it's been really rough. I miss him every day, but I thank God that I have a good family support, you know. My siblings, they are awesome. My 3 boys, they are awesome. Our 7-year-old, he is my rock. He reminds me so much of his father. He is strong. And that is what keeps me going. You know, Claire, everything happens so fast. I do not want to change your program.
No, that's okay. It's mental health, and if you need to talk about it, you need to talk about it.
I mean, my mental health was shattered. I mean, since from the 8th of January, my husband got sick. He was treated for one condition, and when we went to the hospital, we realized that it wasn't what they were treating him for. He ended up with end-stage cancer.
Wow.
It was, oh God, I can't tell you. I mean, my husband was my best.
I know.
Friend.
You know, Linda, when you came here and you told me your story and I bawled my eyes out, I was so very happy for you. And now telling me this is like, I'm kind of broken right now, honestly.
You know, I'm in tears every day. His birthday was on Wednesday. And you know, the funny thing is, on Monday, I went to a store to get him a gift. And then when I reached in the store and I realized, you know, he's not there, it just ripped my heart apart. Claire, this man he showed me true love. He taught me the difference of loving somebody and being in love with somebody. And you know, I don't think that I would find somebody as here again. And you know, I'm trying to be strong. I'm really trying to be strong. I miss him every moment, you know. And the thing is, people still had negative things to say, but I did not dwell on that because I want to be like they. I know the relationship my husband had. We were inseparable. If you see my husband somewhere and I'm not there, it's because I'm working. If you see him in a party and I'm not there, it's because I have to work the next day. We were like that. He tells me everything. I tell him everything. We had a relationship. I mean, people who knew us knew this sort of relationship we had. And Claire, it was 2 months. That 2 months, my husband was sick. Mentally, I was shattered. You know, I remember my husband saying to me, "Baby, if it were not for you, I would have committed suicide already," because he was in a lot of pain, constant pain, night and day. And I was right there. I was right there with him. When he walking around, I walking around. If he dance, I dancing. If he lie down on the floor, I lie down on the floor. Just seeing him in that pain broke my heart.
Lindona,
And
what's your
his
phone
last
number?
few days,
Lindona, what's your phone number?
it is 425-7359.
I'm going to call you
So
after
I
the
want
program,
to
okay?
I just want to say publicly thank you to a few persons
Mm-hmm.
who were there during my time. I would like to thank first of all my workplace, the directors and so my immediate supervisor. They were really, really good. They gave enough time that I needed to look after him. I would like to thank my siblings. They were there. My in-laws, they were there. I have few friends, and few that I have, they were awesome. I would like to thank them. I would like to thank everybody that knew him. And he was well known because at the funeral we had 44,000 viewers.
Okay, that's good.
And thank Claire, and I just want, you know, to thank everyone for the support they gave me during his past and even now.
Thank you. That's good.
Let me Pastor Carlton George. He was there for me every day. I like to thank you. And Claire, that it's you know, it's been rough, but I'm there. I'm a strong black woman. I will get through this.
You will. I'll call you after
With
the
the help.
program, yeah. Because I keep calling, I keep
Thank you
asking
so
for you and I keep calling and I can't get, and now you've just dropped that bomb on me here, but I'll call you after. As you say, you're a
All
strong
right,
black
thank
woman.
you.
Stay strong. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Wow, Jester.
Wow, I really sympathize with her.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's a lot of deaths passing out there. For example, I did not know in writing Riverside.
You had a few? You have a few?
Yeah. When they told me there was one guy by the name of Xavier. He died, and he died since Good Friday. I only learned that yes.
My mom was telling me, Nadia, mom died too, and I said, you know what, I'm not lying down in my bed and sleep. I think I'm sitting down. If you sit down, that might not take you.
Coco Bull died.
Yes.
I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, he died a couple of weeks
ago.
ago. He's going to be
Yesterday.
buried tomorrow.
Yeah. A lady called Flannis, that tall.
Yeah. Listen, this is your each and every one of us has to go. Some goes before each other, but let me tell you, it's not a pretty thing at all.
The inevitable is really striking. Man.
It is.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So, yeah, it is tough, and I know Lindona is going through a tough time, but I'll call her to see if I can go visit her and see what's going on. Yep, so... You see, Mrs. Snag spoke about respect for yourself and everything like that. And you see, even when someone you love pass away, is the respect again that you pass towards the people. They show their respects to you. And if it's someone that is not high in society or do not do good in society, people don't really pay attention to the person that lose their life. They may know their family, but really until they don't give respect to that person at all because they were not a person in society that people looked up to. So even in death, even when you lose someone, the respect still comes back to it.
That's true.
In whatever it is that you do.
Well, a lot of times when you hear people say they're going to play my last respect,
Your last respect,
that's one of the
that's
most
what they
popular
say.
terms. Yeah.
So here goes an appreciation. Just like honesty, this is another word that goes hand in hand with respect. When you have all three, appreciation, honesty, and respect, you've got as close to a perfect relationship as possible. So if you feel bad for wasting your time or shower you with gratitude when you lend them a hand, know that it is because they respect you and they respect all that comes with you.
I would have included the word gratitude there.
Well,
too.
Gratitude is sort of appreciation.
Yeah.
Same word, like, you know. So number 10, it says you respect yourself. A lot of these signs involve the way you treat yourself, the way you enforce boundaries on those around you, and the way you present yourself. That is a key part of gaining the respect of others, to first respect yourself. By doing all of those points above, you're treating yourself with kindness, you're looking after yourself, you're showing other people how to expect to be treated and what you won't tolerate under any circumstances. Now, this isn't to say that people with little or no self-respect aren't respected by other people. They can be. But the truth is, how we treat ourselves is how others see fit to treat us. If you're constantly disrespecting yourself, what's to stop others from doing the same? On the other hand, if you hold yourself up in high standard, others will naturally follow suit. And that's no lie. We got a call. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, the word you go in and pay your last respect to the bearer. How do you define that?
I don't know. I don't say that, so I don't know.
No, I know. I heard Jester say.
Yeah, the thing about it, you often hear people say, well, I'm going to pay my last respect. I think it's a case whereby
the family.
The way, for the family, and then the way the person must have lived their life too sometime, you know.
Okay.
They've been really a good person while alive.
Fully what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I cannot see. You're going to pay last respect? What did you do to help to keep the person longer and longer?
But you can't keep them longer on earth, but you could do something to make their life a bit easier.
Alive.
Okay, you can do something to make their life easier. Like if you see that they are hungry, you can feed them. If you see that they are doing, but a lot of us don't do that. But when they die, we go and we say,
you want to go and pay last
I understand totally what you're saying.
You want to go and have happy hour and kind of stripping, and the person still grieving, they can't pay to bury the person.
Oh, my friend Joe that's speaking there. Joe.
No, it's not your friend Joe, no?
Who is that?
Stanford Philip.
Oh, Stanford Philip. Oh, okay. And you sound like a friend Joe. All right. So yes, people do that, but I understand what you're saying.
Your point taken.
They want to go and enjoy themselves.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
I understand the point the caller is making.
Okay.
Of course, man. I don't think about last respect. The person sick, you don't even go and look for them in the hospital. You don't go and say, well, okay, well, go help them buy some medication, nothing. Well, when they're dead, you can't pay last respect. Don't pay last respect.
Okay, you made your point, and thank you very, very much for that. Let everybody take food for thought on that. Thank you.
Good.
All right. Bye-bye. Yes, so it says, if you feel like you respect yourself and live life with integrity, there's a good chance that the people around you treat you the same way. So like as Snag said earlier, and we started off saying that if you respect yourself, everybody else is going to respect you. We have a call. Good morning. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Jester. How is everyone today?
We are good, thank you.
Good morning to you, Miss Bean.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share a few points that I have about respect. And I like the one that says respect yourself, because it says respect comes first from within. Mm-hmm. And one of the easiest way to gain respect from others is if you have a job to do and you do it well. Mm. That's the basic way, because people will appreciate that you do your job well. Also treat everyone with respect. And that's one of the things I try to do at my workplace. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what job the person has at the workplace, I try to treat them with respect. And I just want to share, just recently, one of the employees, he was doing a very good job, so I wrote him an email saying that you're doing a very good job. I'm glad that you're part of the department. And I just want to read just what he said to me. He says, "Thank you for such a lovely feedback. You possess that professional and excellent quality to handle the staff and the flow. That's why everyone on the floor respects you and listens to you and complete the job beyond expectation." So when you respect others, you see they do even more than you require from them. So it's a very good topic, but we first have to respect ourselves and respect others, and then we will see that it comes right back to us.
Hold
So
on a second.
have a good day, everybody.
Hold on a second. Let me say this. Jester, you see the caliber of people I hang out with?
Claire, don't spoil yourself, please. And let's just...
Thank you, Ben. I'll talk to you soon.
Lana is not Claire for sure.
Oh no, Lana is not Claire. No, Lana is Lana and Claire is Claire, but we hang out in the same zone. Thank you. All right, later.
Thank you, Lana.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
But Claire, again, the point she make, I guess, as much how she does deal with them,
yes.
how you relate to people, man. Yeah,
it's all about how you relate to
that
people.
Is not happening just like that.
No. Hear this one. You are left hanging. People, if you are respectful, they wouldn't leave you hanging. It says, "Have you ever been ignored by someone?" It's one of the worst things in the world. You end up questioning every experience with that person, wondering what you did that was so bad for them to give you the cold shoulder. It hurts. And then after you got through the initial pain, confusion, sorrow, then comes anger. Anger that they can't even be bothered to tell you what you did wrong, or to explain what made them upset and react in such a dramatic way. And why aren't they breaking the silence and explaining themselves? It's because they don't respect you. Put simply, they don't care about you or your feelings. Now, on the flip side, when you are highly respected by people around you, no one leaves you hanging. And that is the thing we talked about, Jester.
Yeah.
We speak the truth and say as is, so nobody has to wonder what it is that Claire is thinking or what just, because I say it straight up. You may not sound as though, well, you want to hear what I'm saying, but this is me, true me. I'm going to tell you. And I respect you enough to tell you as is. And that's why I ask in return. I don't want no mumbo jumbo. Don't tell me something that you think that I want to hear to make me feel good. I feel good about me already.
Oh my gosh.
You understand? So this is what they're saying. And when people ignore you and they think, well, I'm going to ignore her, but you don't know, I don't know why you ignore me or not, just come out and tell me straight up. We may not be friends afterwards, but at least I know.
Noted in bold block letters.
See why I like you? You send a message and you'll get a reply when people respect you. You have a fight with your partner. They talk things through. Heck, they'll even argue with you. But what they don't want to do is disservice or ignoring you point blank. Again, this links back to what I mentioned earlier. When people respect you, they also respect your time. They're not going to leave you waiting to hear from them. But they also respect your emotions. Even if ignoring you after an argument is an easy option, they recognize that you don't deserve that. So, for all of you out there, all of us out there that have relationships or so, and you have a fight with your significant other, and they don't reach out to you or whatever, it's because they don't respect you. That's what it's just saying here. They don't respect you, they don't care about your feelings or anything, and you yourself have to know that you don't deserve that. So this is where your self-respect and your self-esteem comes into play. You don't sit around and wait for them to change their mind and tell themselves, well, no, I put him through enough, or I put her through enough, and and they just go about the business. Make your move, because you don't have that respect from them. And the next point, he says, they own up when they mess up. Well, we all make mistakes. It's human nature. And although we know it's normal for some reason, a lot of us like to try to cover up our blunders rather than own up to them. Until we meet someone with respect with so much that we can't hide the truth from them. For me, that started in school. She pushed boundaries around, and she says after a while it becomes so thing that she couldn't do anything else. He says, but if you're loved and respected by your teachers, and if you did something wrong, it was the first to admit there was a reason for that. I knew my teacher wouldn't overreact. I knew they'd listen, assess the situation, and deal with me fairly. I knew they wouldn't hold my mistakes against me. So I'm going to go to the last one because we're almost there, Jester. People don't try to manipulate you. When people respect you, they do not out to treat you unfairly. If they respect your boundaries, they respect you when you say no. And instead of trying to convince you otherwise with unhealthy tactics like manipulation, they'll accept that you mean what you say. And this is a common theme. Look at the victims of abuse. Do the perpetrators respect them? Not in the slightest. So even though somebody abuse you in any way or form, they don't care about how you feel. They don't care what they did to you. They got the satisfaction. They got the good feeling, and that's it. You cannot be like that. He says people think that people wouldn't judge you about if they respect you. They are kind to you. They live life with integrity. They are honest. They're respectful towards others. They're empathetic, and they're trustworthy. And if you lack, well, let me see, 1, 2, 3, if you lack all of them, then you are on your own, because nobody's going to respect you, and you don't expect to get respect from anybody else. So if you have most of those qualities and people do genuinely respect you, they won't care about external factors. The color of your hair or how many piercings you have become irrelevant in the face of being a decent human being, one who is worthy of being respected. If most of these points above resonate with you, congratulations. You're officially respected by the people around you. You've got their admiration. You know they trust you, and your relationship are probably prospering as a result. But even though you've done the hard work and earned their respect, you can't sit back and relax now. Respect isn't given permanently. People respect you because you uphold your morals and values, and you treat them kindly and fairly. If you stop, they'll stop. So now you know that you have their respect. The next challenge is keeping that respect. And a lot of us do not know how to keep the respect that you had. And that's when you have to start all over again. So all I'm saying to the topic that we had today, it's almost 10 o'clock, Jester. Respect yourself first before you can go and show respect to anybody. And if you do not have respect for yourself, don't expect me to have it for you. And do not demand it from me because you don't have for yourself.
Exactly. Claire, well, to me, again, it was another interesting topic. I believe it's a topic that many people will be mindful of what they gain from here and will help make a difference in their life as far as respect is concerned, because simple as it sounds, respect, but a lot of people tend to take it for granted, and that's where I believe we do make the mistake, because if we do respect ourselves, then we're able to gain the respect from others, and things could be in such a harmonious way. Mm-hmm. So thank you again, my listeners and viewers.
And thank you, Nisha. I will take that bow. Thank you. It is 10 o'clock. It's news inside the studios of Real FM. And to each and every one of you that listened online this morning, who called us to make your contributions, thank you so very, very much. We really do appreciate it when you flew on board with 91.9 and 91.5. It is 10 o'clock and it's news.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the Late Date Matthews Spike for